Do we need a tweet?
I'm gonna retweet my tweet.
Tweet.
You can post in Discord if you want. Let's give it a few minutes. Let everybody get onboarded. We are live on the Twitch channel. Así es. With that beautiful Link's Awakening wallpaper. Tweets fired. Notes up. Chat up.
Tweedledee. Tweedledee. I haven't decided if I want to get Spyro, like, immediately.
It's a really good game.
Spyro.
I would like to see what it looks like on Switch. I would like to see captured.
We got to see some of it. We saw some of it.
It's a fine game, but I think if you don't have time, it's a fine game. There's too much coming out this year that I think should take priority.
I turned up the volume. I think for us, yeah. Caroline, maybe not.
Apparently, a bunch of people are pissed off at the fact that you're not going to be able to import all of your Pokemon immediately. And they're like, hashtag bring back the national dex. But I'm pretty sure they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working.
Yeah, they just don't want to. They just can't do it in time for launch or something, right? TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
Kyle the pug is here. Give me a mic check, man.
Hi, Kyle.
If you can hear us, if you're listening.
La, 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 la.
Let me know how everybody sounds. What's up, Benji? Somebody give me a mic check before we get started. I was waiting to see somebody.
When he says mic check, he wants you guys to tell him if it's yay or nay.
Yeah, somebody tell me. All right, we're good. We got the thumbs up. Nintendo.
Oh my god, I gotta stay awake.
Yeah, I know. I took a nice hot bath, and now I feel like
you could fall asleep.
Yeah. But I was about to fall asleep beforehand, so like it's better than it was. But now I'm just really relaxed now. Now I'm just like,
Brian asked if I wanted a sleeping pill tonight, and I was like, I think I'm good.
I think I'm gonna go take some NyQuil. Just curl up with my blanket in front of my air conditioner. I haven't slept much this week. You guys know that. It's been a
Oh yeah, staying up until 3 a.m. doing
all those patron posts and podcasts that are dropping and Discord updates. Yeah, somebody's got to do it. Before we go live on the show, since we've got some people here in the chat, we fucking killed E3 this year. This was awesome, and I love it. And I'm not just patting myself on the back. The shows are out. They are timely. We were like right there, if not 6 hours ahead of Kinda Funny. This stuff is super fun. We have live streams, we have cuts, we have highlights, we have a playlist. It all looks the same. It's all out there. We're all tweeting. Just killed it, if I could say so, my damn self. So, self high five.
Boo boo.
It was fun. Good shows too. I love the Ubisoft show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like this little Mozilla thing when you stream. They get like this little thing that pops up, and I can't.
I know. I put it on the other screen.
So I'm not the only person. I'm like, oh, get off my window.
I put it on the other screen.
All right.
Oh, wrong one. I'm ready, Freddy.
I'm ready too. I am just looking for something that I can't find. There we go. Got it.
Still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Okay.
You said it.
Being serenaded by Brian Adams this evening.
It's you too.
I know it's not Brian Adams. I was just having fun. I don't like Brian Adams, so anytime I like make a joke, make it at Brian Adams' expense. Oh man, the whiskey tastes good. Whiskey tastes good. All right, here we go. Greetings, Koopalings, and welcome back to the Nintendo Shack. My name is Donnie Reese, and I'm one of your hosts on PSVG's weekly Nintendo podcast. Today is June 11th, and tonight we record episode 85. It's all about E3, people. We here. Joining me tonight in the Shack, as she does every week, is Miss Caroline. How are you doing?
I'm well. We had a great day, didn't we? We got some surprises, some not so surprises, but we had a wonderful day, and it's not over yet. Treehouse is going to be going for a couple more days, and I will be watching. It's just a matter of our business is done, pretty much.
I am so happy and so hyped. Today was so much fun. And
tired.
What a day. Joining us also in the shack this evening, all the way over from California, is Jared, highly intelligent. What's up?
How's it going? I'm in the land of E3. I'm only like 100 miles away, but I didn't get to go.
You suck.
Yeah,
but
that's worse. That all this is going on. You're a part of a video game podcast network, and he's like, I sat at home, watched it on my TV. Like Sean Capri is there. Sean Capri is there.
Sean Capri came down from the land of the Canada and came down there.
Xbox Canada
the
rep.
Land of Canada.
If Nintendo ever invites me, I'll go. But yeah, no, today was great. It was so fun watching it. I think I barely did any work, just watching the stream all day long, tweeting in the Discord. I think it's safe to say that we won. Nintendo won.
Ooh, you're going there.
I don't do the winning anymore.
Yeah,
I don't say that anymore.
I think Jason Lacey's really like knocked me out of that too.
I don't normally, but I enjoyed today's E3 so much. Like everything about it was so good.
It really was overwhelming compared to what we had for the past few days. Like I feel like the past few days have been, they've been good. It's been okay. There's been some interesting things, but today was just, I feel emotionally just zapped.
Oh man, there is a lot there. There has been a lot of things said about E3 this week that I hope I get to talk about with maybe Kevin and some other folks on PSVG this week. So I don't want to go too in depth, just E3 as a whole. I gotta say though, I can't help but feel like either I have really low expectations or everybody else should maybe just take a chill pill. My bar for E3, like a presentation, is you spend an hour with a company, they show you 3 or 4 things you'd like to buy. Dude, that's a win. That's a good thing. Like, you should be happy and excited about that. I don't understand. Everybody's saying that about everything. And maybe it's not the best E3 ever. That's fine. Like, if that's your bar to compare everything to, it seems unfair. But I think
that's wise old age.
I mean,
I've
done this. I've done the E3 thing for a while, so maybe you're right. Yeah. Maybe I'm just kind of lower. I mean, but I was talking to Devin earlier this week. E3s used to be really hard to watch, guys. We used to have like music presentations and all this and finances and accounts, and like it used to be really hard to watch. And I can't help but feel like it seems like the bar, and I think it's like Twitter, YouTube. I think it's just the whole murmuring social media, constantly talking culture. Like the bar is like you have to have 10 games that I've never heard of, that nobody's ever rumored, that blogs have never written about, but you have to show gameplay and they have to come out in the next 8 months. That's a good show. That's not realistic. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Well, I think the difference is you and I we just enjoy E3 as a whole. Like we enjoy being here and just watching everything.
Same.
And like we don't expect everything to be revealed today, like because especially with all of the new streamed shows from Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, like they have stuff come out every few months. Like it's unrealistic to expect them to reveal everything that they have every single E3.
And that's what Devin talked about at Ubisoft earlier this morning when that show came out. I mean, as more and more people wise up to the Nintendo Direct approach to marketing, you're absolutely right. They don't have to let you know a year's worth of information in one day. They can spread it out. And that's why we get excited about Nintendo Direct days. And there will be another one, I guarantee it, before October. There's still more to come. So I don't know. I loved E3. We're going to get into all this Nintendo stuff, but I'll say this right now. I loved E3. I bought a ton of games. I found something at every show. Every show, even Devolver show. Every show I found something I loved. So it was fantastic. Caroline, before we get into the show and break down E3 and all the amazing things, we have to thank our patrons.
Yes. Well, thank our patrons, but I have no specific patron haiku this week. I have a haiku for E3.
Ooh. How topical.
So, yeah, we were just talking about how much we love it. So my haiku is, hell yes, it's E3, the best time of the year. Don't agree, then fight me.
Nice. That's
Me.
top haiku so far. So, in addition to that, thank you, Coach Hulk. Thanks, Callow, Devin, Kevin, Chris, Kyle, Josh, Barry, Paul Calicote. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do without you. Stay tuned for DLC. We gave away a shirt.
A shirt. It's
there
been
might
claimed.
there might be another shirt in next month's patron giveaway. So stay tuned. All right, guys. We wrote up notes. I'm going to bounce around a little bit, but the way that we're going to try to do this is we're going to try to do it in order. So we're going to start on Saturday. Now, I put this in here. This kind of leaked earlier, but just to get in here, Darksiders Genesis. Diablo game, has Darksiders, War, Fury, Strife, all the things. I like Darksiders. I'm really excited about this game. Neither of you are, right? So I just wanted to say that I'm really excited about this game. It looks fantastic. There's gameplays. Go do that. So we kicked off Saturday with the Mario Maker tournament competition. I don't think you call it tournament because it wasn't like open. But
it was a Mario Maker tournament.
It was
Is
an
what they call it.
invitational.
with
Invitational.
YouTubers. And we had Abdallah Smash who won. And did you guys watch it?
Completionist.
It was really fun.
You're the Completionist, that Dragon Feeney, and I can't remember the other
That Dragon
girl.
Feeney,
It
you're
was
right. I
really
remember
bad.
that. I remember that name now. This was cool because I put it on. We were blogging and Discording and everything. I put it on, and by the time this ended, my entire family was into it. They were screaming at the TV when the person couldn't get out of that first like area, and they kept falling over. They're like, "No, stop! Go the other way!" That's perfect. That's perfect Mario Maker marketing. They could not have scripted better than it went down. That sold me so much on Mario Maker. I wanted to bend on my will to not buy this game. I stuck to my boycott roots. So let's go ahead and say this now. Announced today on Treehouse Live, they're patching in friend matchmaking. We did it. Nintendo Twitter, we did it. We changed their minds. They were like, whoa, we screwed up.
People pissed.
Where's the Smash people? Hey, how do you do that thing?
Yeah.
So that's coming in a firmware, which means, as I said on Shaq, when they patch it in, I'll buy it. They said they're patching it in. I bought it. We're going to play Mario Maker.
Night.
Oh, it's going to be so much. It's going to be so good. I don't know when it's going to come, but I'm happy to wait. Just knowing that it's going to be there, I'm sold.
They announced it a day before your Gamers Club Unlimited expired.
It expires tomorrow. I'm so sad.
Oh.
I pre-ordered everything. I have like 25
really
pre-orders. I pre-ordered it all.
Oh my
just to
gosh.
save a nickel and a dime. Okay. They did the Splatoon tournament. The GG Boys won. That was also a lot of fun. Actually got me playing Mario Maker, playing Splatoon again. If you didn't see, the next morning we woke up, we started playing Splatoon, and I was like, damn, this is not a great game.
You have to mention that they announced the last Splatfest too.
Yes, I was going to throw that to you.
Yeah, the last Splatfest is coming, and it's Chaos versus Order. Whoop whoop, Team Order.
No, Team Chaos.
No, Team Order. Team Arena.
What are those colors going to be? If the colors aren't black and white, they need to be black and white.
They should be
That's
black and
pretty
white.
good. But they've also said that they're adding this old Splatfest stages that they created as a new mode that you can choose between for battles.
And they're going to add all of them.
stuff.
There's like, what,
Yes.
24
All
of them?
24.
Yes.
Because it's been 2 years worth.
That's a huge update.
This is the end, right? Nothing after this.
This is it.
They said 5.0 is the last update.
So next year, Splatoon 3?
Splatoon.
Maybe.
I really enjoy Splatoon. I like it a lot, but it's one of those games that's like solely competitive.
Those load screens,
So-
dude.
Unless I put in like dozens and dozens of hours, I get destroyed every time I play.
We need more Mario Maker enthusiasm behind getting rid of those load screens. Those are the only thing that really hold that game back. Oh, I love that game, but not those load screens. But I'm excited about the Splatfest thing. So we'll be able to play on all those maps. They are the coolest versions of the maps. And you're going to click Splatfest and you can private, so you can actually squad up with your friends and play it and just have your heart's content to it. So it really seems like they're opening up the game a bit. So yeah, they won. No shock there. Japan also won the Smash tournament. I did not like the Smash tournament nearly as much. I don't understand.
I started falling asleep.
I don't understand like how. I mean, I did. We got. I believe Tom Servo posted the rules. I read it and I still didn't quite. I'm not even gonna lie.
Are
I
you
was
mean
like,
for 3v3?
this is hard. It's like it's hard on my brain to. How does this
They just
work?
can't have one winner. I
What?
understand the appeal, but whatever.
What was confusing about the rules? I didn't read the rules, but just watching
It was like
it,
all
I
just. It was
think I
team
understood
based,
it.
but then they shuffled.
There are
But
four
like you
people-
could lose, but you could win.
Yeah, there's 4 people to a team, and it's like best X out of. There's only
Yeah.
3 people per round out of
Yeah.
your 4, so you
And it's
pick the
weird.
best people.
I don't know.
Yeah, so they the 3-on-3, and the person who, so 2 people go up against each other.
Yeah.
The person that loses is eliminated, can't play anymore. The person that wins, and then it goes on to the
Why
next
is it like
teammate.
dodgeball? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
They do
Yeah.
it because, like, say the first 2 people are eliminated, but then the last person beats all 3 of the other team, that team will win.
All right. So when you say we're gonna have a Smash Brothers tournament, I think March Madness,
Fight to the
NCAA,
death.
1v1 bracket.
Brackets.
Let's see who makes it. I want
I don't know. I liked it. I liked
I
being
want
able to see all the
chaos.
different combinations of
true
characters.
chaos is what I want, and I did not like this at all. Anyway,
They need to do the 4-on-4.
my son, to speak on this a little bit, my son has been playing Smash, and he picked it up on his Switch, which he didn't have any of the characters unlocked. And I remember saying that when Smash came out. You remember I was saying how, like I believe at the time we couldn't transfer saves. So remember I said that I unlocked all the characters, but he had to unlock them all on his Switch because I couldn't move the save over there. I want to say I think that's right because we have a podcast about it, but I just want to tell you now. Apparently it's been fixed, or you can do it now, because I was messing around with him this afternoon. He was like, "Oh, I've only unlocked like half of them." I was like, "Bring me your Switch. I wonder if I can do this." Totally can. Transfer save, unlocked everything. Nice. Fantastic. And then we got Doug Bowser's first appearance. He came out on stage, said nice things. We went to a video with Sakurai. Did they pre-record him saying like congratulations to every team? Because he was like,
Probably.
congratulations to Japan, and there's like cut.
Yeah. Yes.
I want to see the other cuts. I just want to see that a roll of that in a row. But he had the fake Smash Ball. Told us to stay tuned for Tuesday. So that was Saturday. Sunday, we had Microsoft Go, and we had Minecraft Dungeons, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Doom Eternal from Bethesda, Elder Scrolls Blades. I got that one right. Skywalker Saga, all announced, showcased at Microsoft Bethesda's conferences, coming to Switch. Any of those do anything for you guys?
Negative.
Minecraft Dungeons?
Minecraft Dungeons.
I'll probably get that one. Brian and I were.
It's going to be
interested in
cross-play?
it.
I might buy it on Switch because I'm going to get it on Game Pass.
If it's like $20 or $30, I might. I mean, it looks interesting, but I would probably wait for a sale if it's a full 60.
I couldn't imagine it'd be that much.
Skywalker Saga looks pretty awesome.
So I listened to the Xbox Drive. They said that game is being completely redone. Voiceover and everything from the first game. I was reading a blog post after it was announced, and it made it sound like it was just a collection of the old games.
Based on the trailer and the way they talked about it in the trailer, to me it just seemed like, oh, we're redoing all the games and we're going to include all 9 movies. That's
incredible. And it's 2020, we should mention.
Yeah.
I didn't pre-order it, but if it does, if that's true, and I mean I have no reason to not believe it, but if that's the way it's going to go, I'm definitely getting that game.
That's the impression that I got. It didn't look, because even the older stuff that they showed from the older games, it looked like new content and it looked like it was redone. It didn't look like an old up-resed version of like the old trilogy or anything.
Sure. Caroline, on Monday, you watched the limited run show. Any important stuff there?
There was a lot. Let me just say that they've got a ton of new physicals coming out. They're really big on the Vita, so a lot of their stuff is mostly coming to Vita. They're trying to populate the entire Vita with every physical that they possibly can. Also PS4, and then of course they're working on Switch titles. And let me just say, they've got stuff like Corpse Killer from the 90s, from the Sega CD stuff. Yeah, all of that being ported up through current day stuff that's being ported. So if you want a list, I highly recommend you go up and look at that, because there's a lot of these games that I hadn't even heard of before, and it had to have been at least 20, at least.
Later that afternoon, we had Ubisoft. They announced Gods and Monsters, which is their take on Breath of the Wild meets Greek mythology.
Can't wait.
Comes out early 2020. Looks beautiful from the, I don't even know, was it engine or gameplay or concept? Like it did a pan thing where I was like, is that in the game? But I still don't know.
Like CGI.
Yeah. Still looks cool. I mean, Ubisoft does open world well. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
Just Dance is announced. Later that evening, we went to Square Enix, where they announced Final Fantasy Festivus 18, 19, 25, 44, 47, all PC ports coming to Switch, right? Did I get that right?
Not
I thought it was,
okay.
I thought it was just Chronicles, which was already announced,
No,
and then
they
8.
have-
That was new.
Exodus or whatever.
That's
it's
what I'm
called.
making fun of. There was like
Exodus Brave or something.
4 different Final Fantasy Exodus something, and I was like,
don't know.
what is this? So anyway,
I don't know what any of those are.
the important one is Final Fantasy VIII is being remastered and is coming to Switch. Crystal Chronicles, which we already knew about, is coming to Switch, also coming to mobile. And Dragon Quest Builders 2 was shown. What else am I missing? The Circuit Superstars, a little arcade racer thing that was announced for Switch. The Last Remnant Remastered came out right away. It's on the Switch eShop now. Any of this doing anything for you guys?
Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah,
Can't
I know
wait.
a lot of people are going to get DQ.
I love the first one.
Okay.
Second one's gonna be good. They added that little glider and co-op and a bunch of more customability.
Cool.
gonna
I
be
was
good.
hoping for new Bravely.
Since we have Jason in the chat, I just want to say, I think Square Enix had the best conference. I do personally. I thought their show was great. I'm buying like 2 games from their entire show. None of their show does anything for me, but I'm not gonna lie, it was a good show. It was a good crowd. They had a lot of stuff. I like the way they did it. It was a good show.
It was a very good show.
All right, guys, let's get to Tuesday. D-Day. Today, Shaq Day. Shaq taketh over. Caroline and I streamed the direct, and we talked about amiibo cards, and we ate pizza and everything from right here, at this table. Right here, we streamed together. First time, I believe, in PSVG history that 2 people have ever sat down and recorded something in the same room. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we did. We had a blast today, and we got all of this Nintendo Direct news. I need to take a breath. I want to drink a whiskey. Caroline, take over.
Okay. First, we opened up with ba-da-ba-bum, the Smash tease that, Sakurai told us we were going to get. It turns out that it is just, quote, the hero. That's his name, the hero from Dragon Quest. But not only is it just the hero from Dragon Quest XI, we have the hero from like 8 different Dragon Quests or something like that, something crazy. So each skin or palette is a different hero. It's
Baker's
kind of
dozen.
wild. Yeah. Except there's 8, not 12.
So they don't even have like a
13.
generic name, because like Link, he's not. I mean, until recently, he hasn't been like really a character, but they gave him the name Link. So the hero is literally just the hero. He doesn't have like some sort of
He's
call
literally
sign.
called the hero. I saw hero on his name in the bottom of like the Smash, like the
Yeah.
fighters at the bottom.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, cool. It looks like a cool character.
we should go ahead and just mention the second Smash character. We had originally speculated we would see 2, and we were right. We saw 2. This was near the end of the direct, but they look like they're showing the same King K. Rool release thing, with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong on the floor. But King K. Rool's there with them, so they're all tired. They're all hanging out, and then all of a sudden, the same thing happens. They go to the window. They're like, "What the heck's going on?" It's the silhouette of a thing and a bird, and all of a sudden, it's the Duck Hunt dog
So
and the
good.
duck.
So
It's
good.
hysterical.
So
and then
good.
Banjo-Kazooie pops out, and we could hear Jacob Rush screaming from across the country.
To be there when Jacob Rush's face saw Duck Hunt Dog, that would have been everything for me. I would have died.
The fact that they coupled Donkey Kong with Banjo was
yeah.
very, very... I mean, that was just Jacob Rush all over. It was the rarest of rare. Yeah.
Banjo and Kazooie, raring to go.
Rare
So
to
we
go.
know. So we got the hero arriving this summer with Banjo coming this fall.
Fall.
None of them were dated. None of them are out now. A little upsetting. I would have liked to have seen something. I mean, I think we all expected. I mean, it's been a while. We only have 1 character.
I know.
Right? We're almost like a half a year since launch. We have 1 character, so they got to get these things going soon here.
I wonder if that means they're gonna push some of the characters, or if the last 2 characters are gonna be like tied to the same game, and they're just gonna release them at the same time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speculate. I think the Dragon Quest folks will come soon.
I wanted to talk about these Smash reveals for just a second, because the Dragon Quest character, we're getting Dragon Quest 11.
Yep.
The definitive edition, S, whatever, the longest name ever.
Yeah.
But Banjo-Kazooie, we don't currently have a game. We don't have a game for Joker. I wonder if that means there's something in the pipeline for these other 2 characters.
Well, we have a game announced with Joker.
Well, there's that fighting
It's
With Joker.
we were
Dynasty
talking about
Warriors type game.
Rare Replay possibly being there. I think most of this is kind of a conglomerate of what they had in the ballot last generation, there were a lot of people that wanted Banjo-Kazooie in the game. And I think they're taking from some of these and like, okay, they're popular enough. They probably have the history. We should put them in.
Wild speculation. All right, xCloud drops in October. Banjo will drop in October. You will be able to play Rare,
Banjo.
Replay, Banjo, something in October on your Switch. That's happening. Take it to the bank.
Cool.
It's still happening. I've lost no faith in this. That's still happening. Ori, still happening. It's all still happening. Just didn't happen today. That's okay.
Okay. We saw our
All
boy
right.
Doug Bowser again.
Yeah.
He showed up right after that.
That was
It
weird.
That was good.
Yeah.
I liked that.
You liked-
It was funny.
The walking
It was-
back and forth and like the pause, and it was just, that was long.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
I felt
their
because
work.
anytime everybody's like, "Oh, Bowser's running Nintendo," whatever. So like, I don't know. It was just fun for them to play with it and have Bowser come out, and he's just like, "Ruh, ruh, ruh, ruh."
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Shows
funny.
up in his tie. I thought that was cute.
Not a terrible first impression. Could have been funnier. I would like to have him play a little bit more. They were both kind of. It was just kind of like, it was weird. I was just sitting there, I was like, are they just standing there? Like for a moment, they were just standing there, like,
Yeah. But I think they kept it at like 30 seconds. So it's like, okay, let's move on
Yeah,
and
well,
sure,
do
sure,
something.
sure.
But it was cute that they acknowledged it.
Yep. You want to continue where I left off? Have you had your whiskey? You want me to keep going?
We
can go back and forth.
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay.
We can go back and forth.
Luigi's Mansion 3! Finally, we see what this is about. It's not a mansion, it's kind of a hotel. So if you're thinking
Called
like
it.
Hollywood Tower of Terror, did you call it?
Yeah,
that
in
what
our
you're
in
saying?
our
Luigi's
in
Mansion
our-
3, Caro's house.
Yeah, and in our predictions, I said
Yes.
I would wanted a hotel.
I remember that now.
Yep.
Yep. So it's like this old hotel kind of art deco vibes I was getting. We have new mechanics with the poltergeist. You can literally like suck this thing up and then Luigi slings him over his shoulder and throws him on the ground. It's kind of cool. Also this like kind of like air waft thing that you can do that it's just like it pushes air and it pushes everything else around you out. I can't remember what else I saw in terms of the poltergeist mechanics, but then we got Gooigi, which is apparently a new thing from Professor Egad, where you have literally like a Luigi made out of goo.
This is the
and
gold
it's-
Mario
Your
of Luigi's
It's able to
Mansion.
phase through gates and help you
Spikes.
complete tasks with need for somebody that can't take damage, basically.
Just liquid Luigi.
The new the other new mechanic for the poltergeist was the plunger. They could latch onto things.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
pull-
yeah.
Plunger. Yep, which we've seen in Smash when we
Mhm.
saw the Simon Belmontes.
It's pretty funny.
And then we got a pretty good look at co-op. You can have up to 4 people and 4 Luigi.
They just turned
Luigis
Luigi into
at the
Yoshi.
same time.
Now it's just yellow Luigi and purple Luigi and
Yeah.
All the
fuchsia.
colors.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked the magenta Luigi. It was
Yep.
cute. So yeah, we are still not getting a date. It says 2019, but I'd be remiss to think that they would.
I think there's still
Absolutely not.
so much more to show. It's going to have its own direct
Sure,
or
it will
a big,
have its own direct.
a big part in an upcoming direct.
Sure.
Do we all
Agree.
think it's going to be in October? I mean, it makes sense for it to be in October. It could be November, December.
Where
I
would you
mean-
put it? I mean, Pokemon's your Black Friday game.
I still think it's October.
I do too.
October would make sense for, I mean, obviously the theme, but they also don't have a December game.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's October, and I think the reason it's not dated is just in case it needs a little more time. Looked great. I mean, everything looked great. I love the "Ooh Mario" and the music was on point. And the
Mario.
visuals, like, yeah, it looked good, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think it's
Apparently
not dated because they're going to have more to show us right before they give us the date.
Cool. That'd be good.
You get to rescue everybody. Now it's it's Mario, Peach, Toad. Like everybody in the hotel has gotten put into paintings or are missing. You
Luigi
gotta
has some
find them.
friends. Yeah, I mean, I'm as I talked to Caroline on the stream earlier. Luigi's Mansion's not like it's not in my super hype game. Pre-order it, looking forward to playing it, but I've never been like yes, Luigi's Mansion. It's not like that for me. So yeah, just kind
Love
of it's like
Luigi.
in that Kirby, Yoshi's Crafted World vibe. Where I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good game.
I saw this thing on Twitter earlier that Nintendo said that female video game players like Luigi more. And I'm like, I wonder why.
He's
Because
taller.
I love Luigi. Luigi's my
He's
favorite.
taller. Girls like
No.
tall dudes.
I don't know if that's it.
It's
He's
'cause
just. I think he's adorable.
He's just weird.
He's quirky.
Like, yeah, he's quirky. He's like your nerd. He's
Kinda.
the nerd
Yeah,
brother.
he's super cute.
Yeah, he is the nerd Mario guy. Okay. Anything else?
Well, we've got plenty more.
No, I meant like on Luigi's Mansion.
I know. No,
Direct
No.
over. Goodbye.
it's pre-ordered. It's been pre-ordered.
I don't even remember this. This is the Netflix thing.
This is that creepy
Yeah.
This is the worst part of the direct. This
Labyrinth.
is stupid.
Jim Henson
The Dark Crystal.
puppet thing. This is apparently a Netflix show that they're basing a game off of it now.
The
Yawn.
game itself looked interesting. I'm always down for like a tactics based game. But yeah,
Donnie
the beginning
never
was
completely
weird.
checked out.
I'm like, I don't know what this show is by Netflix.
After
It-
seeing
it,
those cutscenes and stuff, I was like, no.
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of like the Labyrinth.
That's what I said. It was literally like Labyrinth, and
Yeah.
then Jim Henson's name popped up, and I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense.
But the game itself, I mean, I like tactics games, so I'll
Sure, me
I'll
too.
keep an eye on it and see.
I will not. All right. Link's Awakening, dated September 20th, 2019, gets the Dreamer Edition, which comes with an art book. There's a steelbook in the UK. Guys,
No, the Steelbook. Let's talk about the Steelbook. The Steelbook
It's like a
is
Game
the
Boy.
original.
I love that you guys
Game
are focused on that more than the game. I want to talk about the game that we're going to be playing.
Just hold on. Let me have my moment.
Wait a
The
minute.
US always
Let's
the US
talk about the case that the game comes in.
the US
I could have
always
been done in the
gets
time
trumped
you've been
over by the
complaining.
Europe.
I'm gonna probably import this for real.
Anyways,
'cause
the game looks awesome. The game
the
looks
game
so
looks
good.
great. The Steelbook thing, it's a Game Boy,
Trying, Donnie, I'm trying.
and the screen is the Link's Awakening title
I'm going to
in the green.
snort whiskey.
Oh, it's so good.
It
In the
is- it is
time that
great.
it took you to complain, I could have already been done.
I think you just said more. To be quite honest. Okay, I've never played this game. Guys, we are playing a Zelda game in 90 days.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I'm
That's
at a
insane,
loss.
as Donnie says.
I'm at a loss. People are like, ugh, Nintendo. What?
Weren't there
Oh, yeah.
little
It's-
models at E3?
There's a Zelda
So
game coming
cute.
out right now. Like, it's right
Yeah.
there. Oh, it
There's
looks.
very, very good improvements. As someone who's played the first one several times,
For
a lot of
sure.
great improvements.
It's
Mostly
gorgeous.
because of the limitations of the Game Boy and only having the two buttons.
Mm.
Having your sword and your shield tied to direct buttons, as well as the jump and the boots, the Pegasus boots, it's gonna be great. It looks so good.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and I can't wait to play it. Like I said, I'm going in completely
I
blind.
can't wait for you to figure out the story because the story's so good.
It has Zelda Maker included, which is very interesting. Make your own little dungeons, share them with your friends. A lot of people have been asking for this ever since Mario Maker came. I postulated on our live stream that this is probably they're probably working on a Zelda Maker game, and this is
So
probably a way to kind of pilot their idea.
Yeah, and there's more to it. Like there's actually a gameplay aspect to it other than just creating your own
Yeah.
levels.
Mhm.
Like he presents you with challenges. Like here's a heart shape. You have to make a dungeon filled with this heart shape, and all the rooms have to connect, and it has to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool because if you do all the dungeons, not everybody is going to have the same heart shaped dungeon. Like it's all going to be heart shaped, but there's going to be different rooms connected to different rooms. So nobody's going to come up with like the exact same layout. So it'll be interesting.
Now, Jared,
Yep.
you're the one that told us that sharing with friends online is confirmed. I ran with it. Is it? It is confirmed, right?
They
Yes,
mentioned it
they,
on
they
Treehouse.
said
Yeah.
they said that on the Treehouse. They said share it with friends, beat your time trials, all that kind of
I
stuff.
just wanted to be 100% clear. We had a question in the chat.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do any of that. I don't have any interest in that. I want to play Zelda games, but I might play your guys' dungeons if you do that. And like I said, this could be, we could get like Zelda Maker soon. Like this could come out in a few years with a couple different art styles, and they could totally do that. And this could be the
Be
pilot for
insane.
this idea. But
And
yeah,
I feel like with a Zelda Maker, all they need to do is do a Zelda Dungeon Maker. They don't need to go
moth?
like.
did you see that?
Is that a
It's
moth?
like a bat or something. It's huge.
What was it?
Listeners, there's a moth that just flew by my screen. It was huge. It's a lightning bug. Is what it was.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they just need a dungeon maker. They don't need to like try to have people create an overworld or anything.
Oh,
Just-
no,
right.
yeah. It'll just be that. It'll be that part of the game. You build little levels.
Oh, and I also, one interesting thing with this dungeon maker part, I liked how if you connected two rooms that had staircases, it added like a little side-scrolling portion
Yep.
to
I
get
saw
from
that.
room to room.
Yep.
That's a neat little touch. And the color dungeon is back.
Color
from-
Dungeon, I know. I
from
was
the
excited
DX?
that they kept that in there.
They have a shack.
Hmm?
They have a shack. You mentioned Agent
Mhm.
Emerson
No, that's
mentioned
Dante's
shack.
Shack. That's where you get to do the new dungeon thing. That's not the Color Dungeon.
Still shack.
With a character
I said they have a shack.
I know.
with a
because
character
Nintendo
that
Shack.
was not in the original game.
Yeah. Color Dungeon was added in the 1998 remake for the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
To take advantage of the colors.
Since this remaster has been announced, I've seen a bajillion people on Twitter claim it to be their favorite Zelda game of all time.
I don't believe them.
A ton.
I like this game a lot. It's just
No,
I
I
don't
give
see
all the
how it's
kudos in the world
anybody's
to
favorite.
Jason Lacey, who's always told me that this is his favorite Zelda game since I've known him. So
It's not it's my favorite 2D
Mm.
Zelda. It's probably in my top
that's high praise.
three or four.
It's really good.
I can't wait.
I like it.
I'm excited.
It's different. It's
Can't
like
wait.
it's classic Zelda, but like a really different, heartfelt story.
Cool.
Mm.
Cool. All right, so we're all in. Link's
Yeah.
Awakening soon.
Dreamers Edition pre-purchase.
You're gonna go to
Me
like a water
too.
park, and you're gonna go on a little family vacation, go to the beach, and then all of a sudden Zelda's gonna be here. It's gonna be here before you know it, just like that.
I'm still hoping for like an unlockable version of the old version with the pixel
I
graphics.
see. Yeah, I remember
Mm.
you mentioning that.
And they also mentioned the amiibo, the little amiibo guy.
Yeah, we were going to mention that last, but you do get
Okay.
a little adorable chibi Link amiibo from the game. It's like super polished, just like the polish in the game. It's got the same Zelda base as all the other Zeldas, so pre-ordered, done.
And I think I remember correctly, it adds some sort of hard mode to the
It
dungeon
does.
maker.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
adds some sort of specs, and I think they said all the other amiibo
Yeah.
that are Zelda related give you some sort of boost or
Hearts,
something.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, September 20th. Get hype. Get excited. Oh, but we already knew about that coming in. Why do I get to see it again? Oh, lame. Get out of here with this mess. Freaking Zelda game. Caroline, tell me the manas.
Mana.
What-
All right, so we're getting a new mana game. Trials of Mana coming in early 2020.
So is this new? Like
I think it's
totally
new.
new? Because
think
I
it's
thought
new.
I thought they said in the trailer it was like the first time coming to the West, or was that the
Oh.
collection?
That was the collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know the collection because they announced that like last year, and we were like, oh, we don't get it. But
Trials of Mana is on Steam. Excuse me, I was wrong.
maybe.
Oh no, it says release date in early 2020, so it's coming out cross platforms in 2020.
Very good.
The Switch is getting it. Then they show the collection of mana, which is Seiken Densetsu 1, 2, and 3. And
What?
3, we've never got... Stop, we're
What did you
not
just
doing
say?
this again. Hi, the mana collection. Mana 1, Secret of Mana, and then
Seiken
Seiken
Densetsu?
Densetsu 3, because they've never given it an American name because it's never been ported to America and localized.
Seika
This is the first
Desetsu
time. Seiken Densetsu.
Forsaken Setsumas.
You can read the notes. I'm just not even going to anymore. It's available today on the eShop. Holy crap, they just dropped it immediately. This came out last year in Japan, and I had been like, oh, please come to the West. Please come to the West. It came out today. I'm buying the physical, which is coming out August 27th. 3 games for $39.99.
Seems
Physical
high.
or digital.
To me, seems high.
It's the first time I've ever been able to play Seiken Densetsu 3.
So it's just like a rarity thing. I mean, it's only $40. So
I'm buying it. It's a great collection. Secret of Mana is amazing. If you wanted to buy the Secret of Mana original game cartridge, you'd be paying $50.
okay, well that's good then. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Jared, you doing Forsaken Satsuma?
I will look at it because I'm always interested in games with these kind of art styles. But I'm trying to look up information, and it sounds like Trials of Mana is a remake of that second Setsu or whatever she was
Well,
saying.
Seiken
then that-
Densetsu is the name of the Mana series in Japan.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a remake, I don't know what it's a remake of.
Yeah, because Kotaku said it's a remake similar to the Secret of Mana one that we got last year.
I see. Then it must be remaking another Mana game.
So I
Anyway.
think it's a remake of the third game that's in the collection.
Benji says it's a remake of 3.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Just to
Well,
clear that up. But I don't know if I'll
might
get
as
the
well
old
have
ones,
it.
but the new one looked pretty great.
Caroline's super excited. Anything else?
I am.
I'm happy for you. I really am.
Japan only stuff, I'm like, yay.
Okay, let's talk about The Witcher 3. Making so many people in our Discord happy. I got so many alerts. Donnie, guess what's coming? The Witcher 3 is coming to Switch.
The Witcher 360p.
The Witcher 64 will arrive on your Switch soon. This is cool. You're getting the entire thing, right? The full version, all DLC and everything included. And, it's The Witcher. It's probably one of the most, defining games of this generation. Definitely one of the most successful. Very big, like this just completely
Great
destroyed like Dragon Age and things like that when it came out early gen. They're like, it's okay. I remember the Fallout, right? Fallout came out and everybody was like, Fallout's okay. It's not The Witcher. So it blew everybody away. So I'm excited for people that are excited for this. Like Daniel, he's been wanting this game. He wants to play it. And we've been arguing in Discord over and over because I don't think it's going to look well when they do comparisons. I can't imagine that it will, knowing what we know. But you know what?
The hair was rough.
Certain people don't give a crap, and I'm not either. What did I say last week? I have to remember that the Switch is a 3DS replacement, and it's not a console replacement. And it's freaking awesome that a portable can even run The Witcher. So more power to you guys. I am all excited for you. Just don't talk to me about it. I don't. Don't ask me my opinion on The Witcher.
So rude.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna look great, but if the Switch is your only console, if it runs good, I think that's what matters the most. And if it's something that I pick up, it'll probably strictly be portable because it'll probably look better portable than it will on my big
The big
TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a good game that you can put 100 hours into portable.
And it's
Because
it's the complete edition too. You're getting all the
Yeah.
DLC. So like the wine DLC, everything.
Yeah, I stay away from all of the open world games unless they really like draw me in because you have to put so much time into them.
Mm-hmm.
But portably makes it a lot easier because I can just chip away at it 20 minutes at a time on my breaks at work.
That's the thing that scares me most about this port is the open world aspect. That's the appealing part for me that I found in The Witcher. I got off of the little first area. I played a little bit of The Witcher, 10, 12 hours. I didn't get into it, and I'm not really into that fantasy type stuff. But I mean, I played it, and that world's not going to be the same. It's just not. And but I hope it's good enough. I hope it's good enough. I'm rooting for you, Daniel. I am rooting for you, man. I can't wait for him to come tell me how great it is, like he did Assassin's Creed 3. I read 10 articles about how Assassin's Creed 3 didn't hold up, and he was like, I'm loving it. So I'm rooting for you, man. Go.
Hey, if you've got no comparison to the
right?
better versions, like it might be perfectly great.
That's exactly what I said on stream. Somebody was like, I've never played this. I was like, and that's the difference, right? I've seen it. I've seen it on Xbox One X. So I can't unsee it. When they show it to me on Switch, I'm like, ooh. But if you've never seen it, what do you care? Just looks like game. So more power to you guys. Yep. Caroline, they did a Fire Emblem trailer.
Yay! All right, this game's still coming out next month. July 26th. Fire Emblem Three Houses showed kind of, all Fire Emblem games kind of have this time skip element to them where there's a difference in generations and stuff. This is a 5-year difference. I don't know how they're going to spin that one. But apparently all of these schoolmates from different regions and countries come back together 5 years later, and it's hit the fan, and there's some stuff going on, and that's the whole premise of the game.
So my takeaway was you kind of go through this maturation together as friends, and then like all friends, you separate,
right?
And you go back and you all become enemies and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm on board.
That's all I got it.
This trailer did more for me than anything they've shown in this game to date.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Cutscenes look great.
Edelgard looked amazing. She had
Fire
the crown
Emblem looks
on
like
and
Fire
everything.
Emblem.
She's the bomb.
It's gonna
Can't
be good.
wait.
It's gonna be
I
good.
hope we get some good DLC for that one too.
I hope I fall in love with it.
You will.
We'll see.
I will
Emblem
wait
game.
for Donnie's impressions before I pick it up.
I'll give them to you. I was just the only difference was when I was there at the store when Fates came out. I'm just going to wait for this thing to show up in the mailbox. like, I'm just not there for it. I'm like,
Yeah, but you were trying to get the special edition too, weren't you?
Yes. But I still wanted to play the game. I was like, oh my God, I got to play this. So I
How
don't
did you not
have
go to
that
the store?
Fates hype, but still.
I went to the store and immediately got special edition.
They spent way too much time on this little date where this guy, who's a cheap date apparently, takes his girl to a haunted house, doesn't even have a TV for her, puts the Switch screen down. He's like, hey, let's play games on this 4-inch screen together. Splits the Joy-Cons. Announcement, Resident Evil 5 and 6 coming to Switch.
I thought it was the original Resident Evil as well.
Well, they showed the remake,
that one's already
but
on
it's been
Switch.
out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't play Resident Evil.
When they showed that, I was on stream like, that's already out. Why are we looking at this? And I was sitting there going, this has to be an announcement for streaming because they're streaming Resident Evil 7. Or I was thinking maybe Remake 2. You know, like in my mind, I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Nope, it just means 5 and 6 is coming. They spent way too much time talking about 2 games that are not really any Resident Evil fans' favorite in the series coming to Switch.
I thought people really liked 5.
5 is
6
a little divisive. I don't think people really liked 5. I think some people liked 5.
There's one of them that people say that the co-op is really fun.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
it was 5.
Yes.
I thought 6 was like kind of
6
hated.
is more like an action movie, and people didn't like that one.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
6. But yes, so you get your Resident Evil ports on. I imagine, like the other ones, they're completely overpriced. They're $30 a piece, and I you know what? I love Resident Evil. I used to. I think as time has gone on, I think my love for Resident Evil has gone down. Playing Remake really I'm kind of over it. But Resident Evil 7 was fantastic, so I'm looking forward to them kind of getting back to form with whatever 8 or whatever is. But you're not going to hear me say nice things about these ports coming to these systems at, full retail prices. You can buy Resident Evil Collection on Xbox for like $15 to get all of them. Yeah. We're paying $30 a piece for them. It's a bit ridiculous.
Take the next one. Go for it.
I was so excited. Now, I don't even know. I just told this story. I showed the Twitch clip to my wife when she came home, and I'm not sure, but in my mind, this is what happened. I distinctly remember Caroline squeezing my arm or my knee. I can't even tell you what it was, but I felt like I tensed up. We see a guy sitting in front of a TV. It has a very reminiscent, grungy, cel-shaded style. And you can see me on the Twitch channel. I go, what the? And then I go, is this? Is this? And that's when I felt like everything squeezed for a minute. And I look at the chat, and Tom Servo goes, Suda? And I go, that's we're thinking the same thing. We're thinking this, like, I'm right there with you. And then out of nowhere, this freaking mech suit Power Ranger thing comes on, and he blasts out of the apartment into a floating pyramid in the sky, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell this game is. I'm starting to come down now. I'm like, oh, what is this, Astral Chain? I don't know what this is. He hits the ground. He blows up some robots. He says, get some. He hits the thing. The armor comes off. You see the star. You see the hair. You see the jacket. He turns. You see the sunglasses. Travis, freaking touchdown. No More Heroes 3. And I lost my freaking mind. And I shouldn't have, because I knew that Suda was there. I knew he was going to talk about it. I just, this is why I think leaks don't matter. You could have told me No More Heroes 3 is in the direct, and this still would have got me in the way that it was unveiled. I still would have been got, because he didn't even look like him. He looks I don't know what this game is. Where did he get a mech suit? Why does he look like some 50-year-old dude?
He looked like Keanu Reeves.
It's just Suda. It's Suda. No,
Keanu
Reeves being in a Suda game would be the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, I think I would die.
That's next level stuff, man.
So, I've never played a No More Heroes game.
Okay.
But when I first saw this trailer and he puts on like the suit and he flies up and he starts fighting everything, I was like, my first thought was this looks like a better version of Daemon X Machina. I was like, this looks like the game that everybody's going to buy instead of Daemon X Machina.
So here's the thing. Travis Strikes Again is so different than No More Heroes. Not even comparable. Yeah. And No More Heroes feels so dated that I don't think that this will be like No More Heroes, but it should be similar. I mean, obviously, No More Heroes as a Wii game was based on motion controls. This isn't going to be. So I think we're gonna get a hack and slash game. I think he's gonna stay true to that, and we'll still have crazy, wacky mini games. I believe that'll happen. It'll have, raunchy, grungy writing and a story that doesn't make any bit of damn sense, which you can already tell. There is a floating pyramid in the sky. There's no idea what this is gonna do.
He says, did I miss the 4th of July? Did the Empire Strike Back?
Oh,
It's what are these
so
memes?
good. I think it's got some
Independence
time.
Day?
It's like he's been gone for a while, and he comes back, and like this is happening, and I don't know. I can't wait to find out. It's 2020 in the press release from Nintendo. It's exclusive to Nintendo Switch. It looks fantastic. Grasshopper's been working on it. You can buy Travis Strikes Again for $20, 21 something. It's on sale right now. I already did my review on Travis Strikes Again, so I won't say it again. It's not for everybody. It's a niche game. I've learned that not many people like it, and not many people even know who Suda51 is. I've learned that in PSVG, but I really do, and I was really, really excited. One of my favorite announcements of E3 so far, and I can't wait to play. And if he comes to MomoCon again when this game, I'm totally going to stand in line and have him autograph that too. Oh man, I was so into it. And he's wearing the shirt with the star. I need the shirt. Oh god.
Yeah, I saw it.
I need stuff. I need to buy things.
I'm happy for you,
I
Donnie.
need to buy things.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I know not many people even knew what the hell this was, but it was awesome.
Oh, I knew.
I was.
Yes,
awesome.
I recognized
pulled a page
it
out
as-
of the Kara book. He went,
As soon as I saw the glasses, I knew what it was.
I
But
knew it
yeah,
was.
I've never played them, so
The
not
only
super
thing I remember
familiar.
is going, "Is this?" And I was scared to speak it into existence. I was like,
I said,
"There's no way."
And then
This isn't
you
it.
blacked out, and you woke up when you put on the glasses.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
bless.
Dude, anybody want to talk about Contra?
Nope.
Contra Rogue Core, September 24th. Contra Collection available in the eShop today. Get your Contra.
You remember when we before we knew what Contra Rogue Core was, when we were watching it, I was like, "What is this garbage?" and then when they
Yeah.
showed it,
It looked so bad.
I was like, "Why did they put Contra on that? Like, why did we name that Contra?"
it looked
Like
really bad.
it's really is sad because people used to love Contra, and there's
Oh,
still people who do love
Sure.
Contra, but they've been bad for so long. Like we just know this one's not going to be very good, and it would be nice if they actually like made a good one and brought the series back in a big way.
Yeah.
And the Contra collection should hopefully appease some of those fans that liked some of the old ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Daemon X Machina got another trailer where they zipped a whole bunch of android robots around and blew up a lot of stuff and had a lot of things.
There were some characters this time.
I saw some hit counters, which was like a big thing from feedback. We wanted to see hit counters and damage levels and things like that. So it looks like they're doing some polishing up. I still think the game looks good. I still like the art style. I'm still intrigued by it. The biggest problem facing this game right now is that Astral Chain exists. I was into Daemon X Machina before Astral Chain existed, and now Astral Chain is there. And not only is it there, it comes out 13 days before this game comes out. That's a problem.
They whiffed big time.
Yeah, Daemon X Machina, I wasn't too impressed by the demo, but on the
It's just a
Treehouse,
demo.
it did. I know, but on the Treehouse, it did look a lot better. It looked a lot faster. It looked more fluid. When they were sliding and jumping and flying, like it looked like they've improved the feel of it.
That was in the demo. That's
No, but,
something
like-
Devin and I had to keep bringing up to people. You just had to unlock and build up and mod a lot, but it was in there. You could do some of that.
And I know, but I'm not talking about just speed, but like even just some of the animations and the movements, like they would flip around, and it felt a lot more. It felt like they've definitely tweaked the controls and the animations.
Machina is squarely kind of in that I might try it if it's on sale category.
Mhm.
Maybe. At the right price, I'm interested in checking it out. I still worry about the story and like the mission structure. I don't know how that's going to turn out, and if it's going to be any good. But like I said, Astral Chain has just killed any interest.
Yeah. So I guess there's like offer missions, which are the missions that progress the story, and then there are like free missions that you can repeat over and over to get loot and stuff.
Yeah.
And you do those with friends and whatever. So I mean, it looks like a nice like mindless grindy game if that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I do like grindy.
They showed Panzer Dragoon, which is a remake.
It's a remake of the Sega
And
game.
it's the dragon flying around shooting things.
It looked bad.
It looked like it was a
looked
Dreamcast
really
game.
bad.
It looked really bad.
Yeah,
was
it looked
really
more
bad.
like a remaster than it did a remake.
Yep.
Oof. Moving on. Pokemon
Not
Sword and Shield got a short trailer, and we got to meet Nessa, the water gym leader.
She's got Rule 34 everywhere.
Everything that we keep saying, and I know Pokemon's not for everybody, but if you're feeling upset and you're like, oh, what am I going to get this year? Get Pokemon. This game looks incredible. Get the open world RPG Pokemon monster fighting game. Go fish and like do your little paddle boat and blow up stuff and have big giant raid battles. Come raid with Shaq. Why am I the only one who feels excited? Like I feel like I'm the only one excited about Pokemon.
I'm always excited
No,
about
I know you
Pokemon.
are, but like I don't feel a collective excitement about Pokemon. Like Pokemon
don't
Sun and
know.
Moon, people were hyped for. I'm so much more hyped for this than Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I
So
feel
much
like
more.
we're just
It
the kids still.
it looks like a bigger step up than I guess I was expecting. So that's nice, but I don't think it's as big of a step as people wanted. And I think people are still going to buy it. It's still going to sell 10 million copies. But I don't think there's like this huge hype around it because everybody wanted Breath of the Wild Pokemon, and all we got was this wilds area that
We got Ocarina Pokemon.
yeah, which I think a lot of the changes look great, and I'm still going to buy it. But I think that's where the excitement has kind of dwindled.
I wonder if the
it's
story's
not-
really good if people turn.
We'll see.
You know, it could review really well.
Clearly, the story's got to be good because the character has facial animations. Like,
That's true.
holy god, there's something happening! I must
Did-
react.
did they show text boxes yet, or is there voice acting? Or
I
didn't really look
doubt
at
there's
the-
voice acting.
Yeah, I doubt there's voice acting. I've seen text boxes.
okay, because that was from the last trailer. Everybody was like, I didn't see any text boxes, and their faces were moving and lip syncing, so maybe there's voice acting.
There might be some. They might have like
I
some
didn't watch the
pre-canned lines
Treehouse.
or something.
I didn't watch the Treehouse part of it because I didn't want to watch them catch Pokemon.
We were watching it, but we were also like pre-ordering things and checking Twitter. We were not paying any attention at all.
We were like bad at
We were like,
Treehouse today.
and we kept hearing things. They like talked about Pokemon Home for a minute. And I was like, what? No,
Yeah.
I can't do this right now. They
I
didn't
was
announce-
writing the notes, and it
Yeah.
was just. It was.
We were
just
doing a
mess.
terrible job at covering it. They did announce Pokemon Home. They said that you will not be able to transfer Pokemon into Pokemon. What's it called?
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield. Thank you. I just like lost my entire train of thought. You're not going to be able to import Pokemon you already have from other games into Sword and Shield that don't already belong in the game. But they did say they have like over 800 of them already in there. And I think they'll use the favorites that aren't in there for the events and raids. That makes sense to me.
Sure.
Isn't there only like 850?
Oh,
I think that's what I think the 800 is supposed to be like. You can acquire them through raids. That's what I mean.
Well, I guess with this
So-
new game they're going to add more, but I
They're
thought,
reg-
I thought
they're
previously there was like
regional-
850 total.
The regional dex is probably about 100 to 200, like it normally is. But the other ones that we've had before are probably going to be acquired through raids. That's probably what that meant.
yeah. So anyway, if you're sitting on a Pokemon bank and you have 1,000 Pokemon in there, you're not just going to be able to kick them over.
Yeah.
So
Is that something that they might add later,
They
or
will.
do we think it's a hard no?
They will. I think the biggest thing is probably to, as Caroline mentioned, this is her thought. It's to propagate this raid thing,
Yeah.
right? You're not going to play the raid if you can already get Electabuzz. So you're going to make Electabuzz rare. You can't get them unless you play the raid.
Yeah, well,
makes
especially
sense.
since they've got the new Pokemon Home coming out.
Right.
Like they're going to want to utilize that for this game in some way.
And then after the raids, after like you kind of do that for a bit, then they'll open it up. They always do. They will.
Give it a couple months.
Astral Chain got a lengthy demo.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, we
So
we
good.
promoted this game today. Did we not?
Yes. Yeah. So all three of us are in on Astral Chain.
Yeah.
It's dope.
This thing
Because
is. Go ahead. Somebody else talk.
I was just gonna say it's funny that I'm like so into this game because I'm not a huge fan of Bayonetta, and it's not necessarily the fighting style of it. It's mostly just the aesthetics.
Aesthetic, right?
But this game looks like just aesthetically so good,
Mm-hmm.
and I love what they're doing with the combat and kind of switching between your character and the thing that you're chained to.
Yep.
Like it looks really good. It looks strategic. It looks fast and fun and just a button masher and just gonna destroy
Oh,
robots.
it's beautiful. I love the
astral
environments.
things.
The environments
Yep.
look great. I want to see all this game has to offer. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is the one that I think won me over most. I came into this thing like on the edge, not sure, unsure, haven't seen much, and everything
Same.
I saw, I was like, yes, I want to play this game.
Yeah. I thought it was beautiful from the first reveal, but this one just like looks like you're seeing like a really new version of the game, like near final, because it was like really polished, very beautiful, very shiny, crisp,
I'm sure it's being printed right now. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's done.
gone gold.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. And the joke I kept making in Discord and on stream: why get Witcher? Get Astral Chain. Don't Witcher. Get Astral Chain. Astral Chain looks incredible. Witcher's not gonna look like that. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Empire of Sin was announced. So this came out like there are Steam articles about it, but I think this is the first time it was announced for like consoles. So this is gonna be really new to most people. So this comes from John Romero, who's a former id guy, and apparently, now I don't know this stuff because I don't follow the developers this deep, especially way back. He's known as the godfather of first-person shooters. Did you guys know that? The dude making this game is behind like Wolfenstein and Doom and Hexen and all this stuff like back in the day. Quake, Doom 2, like he did all this
Wow.
stuff. This isn't a shooter though. When I first saw it and what I saw, I was like, oh, it's a twin stick shooter. It's not. It's like a strategy game. So I guess it's
Yeah.
gonna be like turn-based maybe. And
It's
it
more of a
has,
tycoon game.
it has a city building element on it, which
Yeah.
reminded me of The Godfather. And it's this 1920s crime family take over the city stuff. Looks fantastic. I'm not gonna lie to you. If the game looks and runs well, like it did in the trailer, I'm totally buying that game. That's what I wanted that other game I talked about last week to be, the Manhunt or whatever game where you escape from jail. Like I would love a game like that, but that one's not doing it. This one might, and that's coming from
Is this like XCOM Mafia Edition?
I'd have to
Kind
see more.
of what it
be
looks like.
interesting.
Maybe.
Because anytime you see anybody shooting, they're just standing there and just
Yes.
shooting, like you selected a command or something.
Yeah, that's my interpretation is that it's going to be command specific, movement specific. You'll be doing things like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm all in it. Jared, tell us about Marvel Ultimate Alliance, aka the good Marvel game of E3.
All right, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. We got a new trailer, a bunch of gameplay, expansion pass for Marvel Knights, X-Men, and Fantastic Four, which is interesting because X-Men are already in it. So I wonder how many more they're going to be bringing with the
Yeah, that'd be
expansion
interesting.
pass.
Who's in it?
But this game looks so good. Like it looks a lot more polished than when we first saw it.
Sure.
It looks a lot prettier, a lot cleaner. All the characters look great. I like that they're leaning into the comic book style characters. I mean, the whole thing just looks great. Drop in and out friends, playing co-op, four players.
Did you hear that Magneto voiceover?
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like Magneto, or sounded like
Yeah.
something like Magneto would say. Oh, I was so in on it.
Yeah. The Deadpool reveal was great.
Oh, Taco Tuesday!
Taco Tuesday.
That was hysterical.
Oh,
And I love that that's the thumbnail of the video. If you go on YouTube on Nintendo's channel, the thumbnail is the Deadpool and the Taco Tuesday. Yeah, but
So-
everything about it looks great. Like I love how all the characters have combos and they all work together. They mentioned that you can use Storm to electrify Thor's hammer and do like a combo. So they have like cool like elemental combos with people's weapons and some sort of chemistry type engine, I guess. But it looks really good. I'm in. I already pre-ordered it.
I think half the PSVG's in. If you had seen, we were trying to band together and co-op this game and have some nights where we stream and play together at least. And I am looking forward to it. We already had it, but yeah, Jack is hype. Jack is really hype about Direct. Period. By the way, I'm really excited.
Good. You should have watched it.
Caroline, Cadence of Hyrule comes out in 2 days.
Yeah. The 13th. So if you're listening, it's out Thursday the 13th. I'm still buying this. So it's $29.99.
$24.99.
Is that what we said?
$25.
$24.99. $25. We should also note that if you are interested in playing the original Crypt of the Necrodancer, it is available on the eShop up to 50% off sale right now for $3.99, which is what it was going for the Vita sale, right?
Yep, that's when I bought it for the Vita. And what I would tell you is, if you think you're interested but you're not sold, do this.
Yeah.
Buy the original, play it. If you like it, then buy the Zelda version. And if you don't, then you save yourself some money.
Good test run. I do have a couple questions though.
Okay.
Because the original Crypt of the Necrodancer is more kind of like rogue-like, right?
Right.
Is this one roguelike, or is it more designed levels and overworld?
It looked like more overworld to me. It looks like it's literally the Link to the Past overworld, but you're
And then
doing things
they
inside of
mentioned
it
that
like
you
that.
you play as the girl from the first game, but you can also play as Link and Zelda. So it doesn't
Correct.
sound like it doesn't sound like they took Zelda and put it in this game. It just sounds like they put Zelda aspects of it. Like it
Mm,
looks less Zelda-y than originally thought.
I honestly don't know until I play the regular Crypt, which I'm going to jump on this sale. I won't know based off of what I've seen. So
Because the way they showed it kind of looked like the default character is
yeah,
the original main character from the first game.
yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought this was just going to be like, no, play as Link or Zelda. This is a Zelda game in that
Mm.
universe.
No, I'm pretty sure that it was meant to be a spin-off game where you can just have them as characters to play as.
Gotcha. Well, I will be picking up the first game to check it out to see if it's something that I'll want to play.
Yep.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympics was shown, and there was Skate Yoshi Hawk. He was doing some skateboarding.
That's all you cared about.
It comes out in November. I've mentioned this game a few times because I have actually been following this game a bit. It's out in Japan. I think it's out in Japan. I keep saying it. I should confirm. I think it's out in Japan. I'm pretty sure I've read reviews of
Mario
it in
and
Japan.
Sonic at the Olympics?
Yes, I've either read reviews or previews from in Japan
way.
of people playing this game, and people in Japan have really nice things to say about this game. I'm not sure if it's preview or review coverage, but I've read some stuff that's circulated through like Go Nintendo and Nintendo Life and stuff like that. But when this game was announced and was first shown, I think I saw some hands-on. People really like it. So if this does it for you at all, if you've ever been interested in the Mario Sonic stuff, the mini game stuff, the sports game stuff, maybe give this one a shot. It seems to be better than the ones we've had in the past. Caroline, you're saying no.
Worldwide release in November.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure there's some preview I'm definitely sure that there's preview coverage. If you look hard enough, because I've read it. I know I've read it. Some folks have went hands on with this stuff, like Famitsu and stuff. They really like it.
I'm reading something interesting though, because the last Olympics game we had with Mario and Sonic was in 2016 with the Rio ones. We didn't have one for the 2018 Korean. God, where was it? I can't remember. Anyway, but it says this is the first installment to skip an Olympic Games as Ubisoft bought the rights to make the 2018 Winter Olympics video games.
Ooh,
So that's the only reason that they didn't do one for 2018.
cool.
I thought that they
Neat.
were just done.
No. So looks cool. I think it does look good, and I have actually liked these. We played these a bit on Wii U and stuff like that. And like they're not breaking the mold with anything, but they're fun.
Hmm.
I
I have them on my shelf, some of them.
I won't be picking this up, but I mean it did look pretty. But I found it interesting that Sega is publishing it, yet Nintendo is letting them use
I
Mario.
think they always
Yeah, they've
publish
always
it.
published it.
Oh, okay, that's still weird.
Yeah. They're just
Very
like,
rarely does
not
Nintendo
gonna
let
do
people use
anything
their
else,
characters
so-
and not publish the game.
Yeah.
Caroline.
All right, let's talk about it. So Kevin backed out because Kevin was upset.
I feel bad.
And
I don't
I'm-
want to say bad things about Kevin.
I
but
know. I wanted to talk with Kevin about this. But, all right. Animal Crossing New Horizons is the new Animal Crossing game. It was originally slated for 2019, but it has now been pushed back to, please understand, March 2020. You start out on a deserted island with your Nook phone. Nook is like just taken over the communications. Like this is the next step to a dictatorship.
Dude's a
okay?
baller.
This is insane. You have Nook Miles and all this crazy stuff that I was barely paying attention to Treehouse. I've got to watch through it again. But you start out on a deserted island in your tent, and you have to craft things. And this whole game is about crafting and building up the island into being the town. So
Mhm.
we're not moving into a town. We're building it with our bare hands. You harvest wood from trees when you're chopping down trees. You get 8 people on a single island that you get to play with. We're going to have PSVG Island. Okay.
Yeah, as I
We're
say,
gonna
you
have
should
it.
preface that local co-op online multiplayer confirmed. We can actually play
Yes.
together, which is one of the things I was
Yes.
hoping for, and that's super exciting.
The
Incredible.
only thing I didn't see confirmed was whether you can have like can we have a PSVG island, or we'll just have to join someone else's island? Like I don't think we can have
somebody
like a
has to make
persistent.
it. I think somebody has to make it, and then everybody
We're
else
all just
joins
going
it.
to join Caroline's Island.
But can we
No,
only
Kevin won't
play?
let that happen.
Can we only play when the person who created it is playing,
Who
or
knows?
can we
I-
just jump in at any
I
time?
don't know. It depends. I don't know if they're going to have a server aspect like that.
Yeah,
That
who
would be
knows?
an interesting thing. We don't know yet. It's being delayed because they're still working on it. They're still polishing it up. I liked what I saw at Treehouse.
It's
But
interesting. Doug Bowser said afterwards in an interview that Nintendo has to strike a good work-life balance for their employees, which I feel like is the perfect topical answer in today's climate. You know,
Yeah.
with all
Yeah.
this crunch and everything, he's like, you know, we let them have Fridays off. You know, it's just it's interesting.
I mean, I was thinking about this, and I was kind of upset. I was hoping this would be a September release. I'd planned on this being September, but the silver lining is that in Animal Crossing, it's a to the date, like real time game. So if you're in the middle of January 3rd, there's snow on the ground. Always. Everything's like kind of dormant. There's not a lot of bugs to catch, there's not a lot of fish to catch. It's just kind of you're waiting for the summer and the spring and summer months to get those collections going. And wouldn't you know, March 20th is like the first of spring. So,
Good time to be on a tropical island.
yes, like I'm excited because I'm not sitting and twiddling my thumbs waiting in the winter for things to thaw out and more bugs to come out and more fish to come out. And bugs and fishing especially, is like the top-notch way to make bells. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's the silver lining in it for me. We get to have it immediately when things start coming out, you know?
Well, I wonder if there will be snow, because tropical islands don't typically snow at all.
Snow.
I think it will. I think it's an
Maybe
expansion
maybe
thing. I
parts
think
of it.
It's totally going to snow.
They have to have seasons. It's an animal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an Animal Crossing thing.
All
They're
right.
going to have seasons. They're going to
So-
celebrate holidays. Totally going to happen.
The Nook Miles was kind of interesting
Mhm.
because like all the junk and crap you pick up on the beach and weeds and random stuff, those will actually earn you miles, which you can use to unlock other stuff.
Mhm.
So you actually get benefits from just picking up stuff like that, other than just cleaning up your area.
Yeah.
It's cool that you get to build from the ground up all of the stuff, all the buildings, all your
I'm
furniture.
excited. When I saw that you're literally building the houses, you're building community things, this is way more rewarding to do than just saying, the villagers want this town project and we'll build it over here. You're
Jared, so
building
you
this
know-
stuff.
Rebecca says they showed the villagers rolling snowballs in the direct.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
forgot
was going to
about
bring
that.
up her comment. Yeah, I forgot in the trailer.
Anything else
I'm
about the game?
I have nothing ill to say about Animal Crossing. They have taken some aspects of Pocket Camp
Yes.
and pulled this in here.
Yep.
Because Pocket Camp is, you can collect wood, you can collect materials and use them to build certain things or trade them in for certain things. Y'all know me, I'm all about crafting games. Let's
Oh no,
Let's
you lost
go.
your mind. She was screaming
was-
about how they can build
Oh.
paths. We can
Yes.
build paths. Oh my god.
you can just dig a little trench and make yourself a little path.
All right. I want to talk about the delay a little bit, but referring to our stream earlier, what did I tell you? I wouldn't be upset if it was delayed. I'm not upset that it's delayed at all. Having seen what we saw in Treehouse, it needs more time. It's not done yet.
For me, it comes out like a month before I fly to Tokyo. So
Nice.
it's still going to be new on the plane ride.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm happy about that. It'll be a good
Um,
plane game.
It's never like we're not happy when things get delayed, but I mean, come on, guys.
No.
Video games get delayed. This is not a thing. Like this happens. It
And-
doesn't
and-
happen often. It's not that big of a delay. It's
Yeah.
a couple months. Give it.
I mean, if we were expecting it September, we're only playing it 6 months later.
I wasn't expecting that. I was
I
expecting
wasn't.
November.
To be
December.
honest, like at the worst case scenario, it would be at the end of December,
That's what
and
I'm
even
Three.
then, that's a 3-month delay.
Yeah. And
I don't think
and
it's
I
that big
think
of a deal.
I think what's cool about it, with at least with Nintendo, is when they delay things, it's typically for a good. I mean, it's always for
Oh,
a good reason,
absolutely.
but they typically deliver on that reason.
Oh,
Usually,
sure.
when they delay a game, they're like, "We want to make it the best it can be," and when
Mhm.
it comes out, it's really good.
I don't know what
Like-
you guys thought, but on Treehouse, I thought I wouldn't say it looked rough, but I mean, it definitely didn't look like finished Animal Crossing. It didn't look crisp. It didn't look clean. It didn't look sharp.
It probably isn't. It probably is like a 6-month-old version demo that
Probably.
they had going.
It was
Well,
kind
probably-
it was demo
kind of
just for
foggy.
this because
of
Mhm.
hazy.
Yeah,
There-
but I think back to even the January reveal of the Switch, and they showed that little bit of Mario Odyssey, and then when they showed it at E3 just like a few months later, it looked
Yeah.
so much better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nintendo has this way about them where like the last 6 months before the game releases, they just polish it, and it comes out shiny and great.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm not worried about it. I have no. Yeah, no, that's not what I was trying to say. I just, from what I saw, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that doesn't look like a game that's ready to come out when Link's Awakening
Seems a
comes out.
little.
It doesn't look
Yeah.
like Link's Awakening. These look very different right now.
It
For
looks
being
like
a
it
deserted
looked like
island,
it should
did
be a
look
March
kind of
game.
barren. It looked just very flat.
Yeah,
Nothing on the ground so much.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
I am a little disappointed that the rolling log thing is still there. I don't really like the
Oh, I
rolling
see
log.
that roll, dude.
Like-
Jumping on the pole through the water is amazing. You pole vault over the river.
And I honestly think,
Ah!
I mean, what I said on stream is we've waited for so long. You know, and I'm not a diehard Animal Crossing fan. I am a fan, contrary to Kevin's belief. I did play it. I was called out today. Don't even like it. I played it. But I mean, I'll definitely be there. Yeah, day one, I'll be there. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait, especially the online part of it. Being able to play with friends now, that's a big get for me. Because it's not like super competitive, so I'm not like worried about keeping up or slowing everybody down. I just get to
Yeah.
hang out. I told Caroline I'm gonna totally like Lebowski up her town. I'm gonna make my little villager
Just
with
so
a
long
robe.
as you, so long as you don't do any like digging
I want a
or
robe
cutting of trees.
and like some boxers and some sunglasses. I want long hair and a beard, and I'm just gonna get like a little chair and I'm just gonna sit out. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm like pick up some fruit and throw it somewhere, just like hang out and just be a pest. And it sounds super fun. It sounds amazing.
Oh my god.
We're definitely going to see more.
You know what I want?
Hmm.
Animal Crossing golf game. Oh, it'd be so
You
good.
can make Animal Crossing party game, golf game.
it'd be so good.
So easily doable.
Anyway, I know people are upset, and I get it. You had your hopes up, and they didn't completely come through. But it's not canceled. It's not like gone forever. You didn't really know what it was. We didn't have a title or like a vision or anything. All we saw was this little animation with Tom Nook. So you actually have something to go on. It's not that far away. It'll be here before you know it.
They should give the IP of Animal Crossing to the people that did Golf Story and let them make a game.
That'd be so good.
Oh, in that pixel art style. That
I
would
actually
be
just kind of want to golf in Animal. If I could golf in Animal Crossing, I don't think I'd ever not play. Like I'd never play another game. That would be it for me.
Yeah, Donnie would just be done.
I would just be lost. Be
He's-
living in
he's
Animal Crossing for the rest
reached
of my life.
Nirvana.
All right, they did a little sizzle reel. My Friend Pedro comes out next week. Pre-order it. You get a discount. It's $16. You got to kick people in the face with frying pans and do bullet ballet. It's
Got a
amazing.
Sentient
ballet.
banana friend.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. If there was ever a game that needed Keanu Reeves DLC, My Friend Pedro needs John Wick DLC. If there was a John Wick game, people would be losing their minds right now. I swear to
I'm
you.
sure.
I swear to you. The board game Catan is coming out March 20th. Super Mario Maker is coming out, of course. We talked about it getting online. Now that it has online, now I can let myself go. Super hype again for Super Mario Maker. It looks fantastic. Stranger Things 3, which we've talked about, is coming. Dragon Quest Builders, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Spyro, Reignited Trilogy reappears. Finally, it's back. It was announced. It had the Switch logo. It came out on other consoles and just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was canceled, to be quite honest with you. When it just went away, because there was a while there they didn't even acknowledge it even existed.
Right.
It was just gone. I thought it was canceled, and it's coming back. I'm interested to see if it looks like what we saw today, because today looked a lot like the game that I have on
looked nice.
Xbox. It looked good.
Yeah.
We'll see. But if it is, this is a beautiful game. On Xbox, this game is absolutely gorgeous. If you like Spyro, it's a good game, good value. Ni no Kuni, the original remastered, which is already leaked. That's coming to Switch September 20th. Dead by Daylight September 24th. Just Dance November 5th. Elder Scrolls Blades this fall. The Sinking City this fall. Super Lucky's Tale this fall. Another Xbox game. Alien Isolation being ported over to
Very
Switch
interesting
land.
port.
It's an interesting choice. I followed the development for this game. Was so hook, line, and sinker. Owned the Alien Anthology sitting right there. I just started watching actually. So I was in, and then I remember when this game came out, the major review sites destroyed this game. I mean, it's got like 5s and 6s and 4s and stuff.
Ouch.
And I never gave it a chance. I never took a chance on it.
A lot of game-breaking bugs,
Yeah.
from what I hear. So I would assume that they would have a lot of that stuff fixed before
You
they
would
port it
hope.
over to Switch. Because, like, why would you send over a game that's broken unless you've done some fixes?
You would hope. The only thing I'd say about it is not that reviews matter. I mean, that's me trying to make like a smart purchasing decision. But I do know people that played the game that kind of like it. So maybe I'll
Well,
give it a
and
try.
I think the reviews are just like, this is broken.
It's broken.
From
yeah.
from the parts that weren't broken, people liked the gameplay. They liked what kind of game it was. There was just an AI bug that was just totally broken that just screwed up the aliens like completely. They didn't act like they were supposed to act.
Everything else we've talked about except for Hollow Knight Silksong, which is, like we talked about in Discord for a while. That's coming soon, they said. Coming soon. And Dauntless, which is the Sean Capri game of the month. He's been loving it and playing it, and it's kind of like a little indie darling that's catching a lot of people. Free to play,
Basically
right?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, free to play
Yeah.
Monster Hunter coming to Switch. I imagine a lot of people are going to jump on that.
It's great. It's like a easy mode. I mean, I wouldn't say easy mode, but it's less barrier to entry. There's not as much to learn, which means the depth probably isn't quite there, but it's fun. You can put in a good 50, 60 hours for free and have
Easier
a good time.
onboarding.
Yeah, way easier onboarding.
Cool. You excited?
Boom.
I'm looking
Excited.
forward to Silk Song.
No,
Looks like
I'm
great.
over that now. I'm asking. I'm trying to tease.
Oh.
Are you excited for what we're about to talk about?
Yes. Oh my
He
god.
goes, yes.
The Nintendo Shack snapshot of the day at the end of the direct with one more thing to show you. You see this green aura floaty stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Jared. I actually thought it was Ori. When I first saw it, I was like, "Is it Ori?" Because I kept seeing like this stuff, and I was waiting for like this music to come through. I was like, "They're gonna see some new Ori stuff. This is gonna be amazing." And then we see a shot of them backpacking on a horse, and instantly when you see it,
Oh no, that was a bison. That was like a huge
ox
thing.
something.
Yeah.
We know exactly who we saw as soon as we saw it. That's Princess Zelda and Link, and Caroline and I went, "Oh my god!"
When it first came on and you saw the weird floating like blue light things, I was like, is this a new IP? Is this Metroid? Like, what is this?
I
As
thought it was
soon as I
Metroid.
saw the torch, I was like,
So you
that's
got
a
at the
Breath of
torch.
Wild.
When I saw the torch,
Well,
I knew
when
it
I
wasn't
saw-
Ori. I was like, I don't know
When
what
I
it is.
saw the stuff on the wall, the carvings, I was like, wait a second. But it clicked so fast that I didn't see it. And then the next thing I saw was them on the animal, and I was like,
Yeah, the first reveal, I didn't see the carvings in the back. I just saw the torch, and I was like, "That's the torch
That's
from
the
Breath of
torch.
Wild."
the torch.
I thought it was like it was so distinctive. Like
I know
the
that torch.
style and everything. It's so good.
Obviously, what we're talking about is Breath of the Wild 2 has been confirmed to be in development, and we saw a little cutscene of Link and Zelda sporting a new haircut, which Caroline was very, very excited about.
It's like mine almost.
Going through a tomb, ruins, an underground area, and we saw a figure, a Gerudo crypt corpse sitting there, and like there was some stuff flowing out of him, and like a hand, and Link was kind of controlling it, and some stuff was going down. It's Ganondorf, yeah. The internet sleuthed this out. It's pretty much Ganondorf. It's not. They got to write their way out of it. It's probably Ganondorf. And yeah, it looks super cool. With Breath of the Wild 2 in development, confirmed. Again, to touch back up on, Shaq talked about this at the turn of the year. We had that King Zell rumor, where he was breaking all this stuff. I think at the Direct at the time, at the Smash at the time, and he said, "And if you liked Breath of the Wild, stay tuned to 2020." So fast forwarding, we get the tease. I think it's out next year. I do. And I said that earlier, and
It's
people
out
were
next
like,
year.
"You're
It's out
crazy."
late next year.
I think it's out
not-
next fall.
Now, I agree with you. After thinking about it, it's got to be out probably late next year if it's out next year.
Can
But
I?
they have given Monolith Soft all of the, assuming it's still Monolith Soft,
It
by
is.
the way.
It's Monolith.
They've given them all the assets. All they have to do is make a game
So
with their stuff.
to defend it a little bit, the reason I say that, and when I mean out next fall, I mean like that Prime window. Maybe it's March, right? 2021. That's possible. I'm not like trying to lock myself into a date. I just think it's coming out in that window. And the reason is I think this is their answer to next gen. I think the Xbox is going to launch. I think the PlayStation's going to launch. We're going to see new games, Horizon, Halo. Nintendo has to do something, or they risk losing a lot of momentum, and momentum's hard to get back. And I would not be surprised if we got Breath of the Wild 2 with a Switch Pro, and that's what I'm going to go with now. And the reason I'm going to say that is if you do some Googling, just Google Zelda Monolith Soft, you will find articles that date all the way back to fall of 2018, talking about Monolith Soft hiring on for Zelda projects and engineers and game developers and assets. And they did it in 2018 and they did it in 2019 and they just did it just 3 months ago. You'll find all kinds of their LinkedIn stuff. If you want to go beautiful mind on it, there are a lot of dots and lines to draw. They've been working on it longer than we think they have. They're a big studio. They've been hiring more people than we commonly associate with them from the Wii U era. It's a bigger studio than that now. And as you said, they're not building an engine. They're not building a new thing. They are taking things that already exist. So you have to think that this is not going to be our standard 5-6 years Zelda timeline. This is being sped up, and it's being sped up for a reason. This is their big thing, right? They could tell Switch owners, you don't need the new thing yet. Remember that game you love so much? Here's another one of those. I'm going to let you guys talk, but I want to say something real quick. I want to read from Eiji Onuma. Oh, in the show floor, he said they asked him if this was a sequel, if it was a spiritual successor to Majora's Mask, and he said, "quote It's darker in tone. It's not necessarily going to be related to Majora's Mask or inspired by it, but what we showed you currently is a little darker. Like the Tale of Skull Kid, this looks dark, odd, melancholy. The trailer's haunting reverse voice sidetrack, subterranean locations, murdered rats, and reanimated, mummified remains lent to a much grimmer tone than what you might expect." Twilight vibes?
Somebody said that. Who said that? Somebody said Midna's coming back. Benji, maybe. Probably.
I thought that when I saw the hand, but that's not it.
the hand and the designs on the hand kind of gave like a Twilly vibe. Kind of. I didn't really think of that. To me, the vibe that I got was Zelda 2 and that story and how they're trying to bring back Ganon. But I could totally see it coming out late next year, because if it comes out late next year, that's 3.5 years from Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Almost 4.
Yep.
If they're reusing all the assets, that's a huge thing. I mean, the only thing they need to do is add more mechanics. I'm a little iffy on if they're using the same world, because with
like it. I'll go ahead, finish. I'll touch on that in a minute.
Let me ask you this to touch on the point you just made. Do you want them to?
I would be fine with it, because I trust that they'll make changes enough to make it worth exploring the world again. I don't think they're just going to be like, here's the exact same Hyrule.
Absolutely. Duh.
But when I first saw it, I was like, okay, they're using the same Hyrule, maybe making some changes to it. You see the castle kind of lifting up or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if the castle is just lifting up or if it's actually going to move somewhere. Because if Link and Zelda are stuck in that castle and it moves somewhere, you could be moved to a different location with a new world, a new land.
That'd be cool.
That's something. My thought process was, somebody mentioned this, Breath of the Wild is very much an overworld type game. This seems like an underworld game.
Yes.
And I don't think we're going to see Hyrule that we saw in Breath of the Wild. I think this is completely different, and they have their own explorative thing. It might not be an open world thing. It might just be set and enclosed to this underworld. I don't know. I don't think they use the same place. I don't think they do. There's no way. Majora's was not done that way either. I
don't agree with that, just because they've gone on record saying that the open air feel will stay. And
Okay,
if you're
I didn't see that.
confined to an underground cavern, even if it's immense, like
Uh-huh.
you're still not going to have that open air feel where you can climb up a mountain and jump off of it.
Okay.
So I think what this does is kind of confirm actual dungeons, maybe
Yes.
Okay.
like
That's a good
areas
thought.
that you can actually go into and explore.
It will be interesting.
that-
I don't think they give us the full complete scale of Breath of the Wild though. I just don't think they do it. I don't think they can.
Yeah, I mean they could mess with the terrain.
Breath of the
And
Wild
make it
didn't
different.
have Breath of
Change
the
it.
Wild didn't have much story to move around. If they
Mm-hmm.
really kept that, I mean, if we're talking about like, could they do it? You could take Breath of the Wild's map, maybe fast forward time or something, right, to change it up a bit, break it up, make it a little dirtier, grungy, or something like that. Right? I was thinking like, are they about to like Undead Nightmare? You know, like Breath of the Wild, like, are we about to like cast a spell over the land and everything changes stylistically, but it's the same place. That's what I would like to see. I like the idea of underground dungeons. I love the idea of you're in this familiar place that you know, but there's these new things here
Whole
that you
new
didn't
layer
know.
to it.
And then, yeah, so like you're familiar, you feel like you've got your bearings, but you don't because you don't know what's about to happen.
Can I get a little like analyze-y super nerd for a second?
Go.
Do it.
So seeing Ganon and seeing him kind of reanimate, but you see this hand. The hand looks good. Like it looks like a good entity trying to keep Ganon sealed. And so I think the Sheikah locked Ganon up thousands and thousands of years ago before the first calamity struck. And I think the calamity comes out because if you notice the hand and that blue power, that light is on Ganon going towards him, but all of the red calamity is escaping him.
Right.
So I wonder if by trying to contain him, just his raw essence and power is floating out, and that's what brought the calamity.
I saw
And
something.
that's what brought it back again. But now that we've destroyed the calamity, Ganon is starting to reanimate, and he's going to come back as himself rather than just his raw power.
I saw something to the extent that people were saying they separated his malice from his body, thinking that it would get rid of him. But the malice, now being vanquished by Zelda at the end of Breath of the Wild, has nowhere to go and is trying to find its host again. And I like that idea.
Yeah, that's kind of along the lines that I was thinking, but you can clearly see it going away from him rather than towards him. Like it's not filling him up. And then they showed that other red stuff that was kind of like weird. Like
Right?
it didn't look like malice because malice is kind of goopy. This looked more
Right.
like smoke, and it was
Yeah.
very different. It didn't look like the same malice if it is malice. It looked like something different.
I
Why
love
are you
that so
laughing,
many
Donnie?
people have put so much effort into this.
I mean, my mind is just
Yeah.
reeling.
I was
You see Link with the power, like maybe that's going to be his new abilities coming.
I was
from
just
that.
wondering if it had anything to do with like if there's like some sort of Triforce thing that has to happen here, like that they need to go to his corpse to get something from him, and like maybe they upset something. And
Yeah.
oh, dude, we screwed up, and now
you messed up.
now it's just about to happen.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to find the source. Like maybe there's still malice left over, and they're trying to find the source of it. So they go under Hyrule Castle, and they discover that Ganon's corpse has been in there the entire time.
Oh man.
I don't know. There's so much to it, and I love that they're just kind of continuing the story.
Love
That's a
it.
direct sequel. You know what I want?
Yeah.
I want to play Zelda.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I think you have to. I think they're gonna be able to switch back and forth. I think they're going to be.
I would
able
love to play Zelda, and I would love to play as one of the champions.
If it's a that's another thing. That's another thing that I was thinking about.
Champions are
With
dead.
Monolith Soft, and they do all of these games with parties. What if you can
Flashbacks, Jared. Jeez, let us have fun.
I don't want flashbacks.
What if you can recruit like Riju and Sidon
You create new champions.
into your party?
Create
I
new
don't want
champions.
to. I don't want to deal with parties. I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Caroline's
singular
going that
hero.
Xeno route. I know where she's trying to
No.
go.
But it's a
I
monolith.
don't want parties,
It's true, it is
RPG, anything. I don't want to deal with like
Parties.
maintaining a party. I just want to deal with one person.
A lot of people are speculating it's co-op because we saw the two. I
I
think
would be
that's
fine with that.
that's super overreaching in a cutscene.
Or
Guess what? In most cutscenes with Link, Zelda's there.
Yeah.
Like
or what if we have like a BioShock Infinite where it's Booker and Elizabeth and Link and Zelda, and so she's like your companion the whole time. What if Zelda is the companion?
I would
I
be down for
would
that.
be more fine with that than
Yeah.
like playable characters.
I don't want co-op game. I wouldn't mind optional co-op, but I would like to play as Zelda. I would like that. I would. I would like to see Zelda as an actual like knight, you know, like some sort of warrior type
I love
thing.
it.
That would be fantastic.
I love it.
There was we were talking about like with Breath of the Wild, there was a lot of speculation that like Link could be a girl and like all this different stuff. We thought about like maybe there's like a Last of Us thing, like he's raising like his replacement. And one of the things that kept going around is maybe like, you know, like Zelda has a long history of flipping the script mid-game. You know, maybe you start the game as Link with all of the power that you left off with, right? And you're like, oh, I've got this. And Link gets taken out. And now you've got to go rescue Link. And now you're Zelda. That would be, oh, I'm going to cuss. That would be so amazing. That would be everything I could ever want in a
it
game.
would be
I would love,
really
you know, because they do that, right? The overworld, underworld, like young Link, you know, adult
That's
Link.
taking a
things.
page out of the CDI book.
Oh, I would be so excited for that. I would be so excited for that, just to change it up a little bit, make it a little weird.
You know, there's this ongoing
Yeah.
thing right now where they're trying to adapt Zelda herself as the playable protagonist in Breath of the Wild, and they're like making all of her
No, I don't.
outfits
Not in
and
that deep.
stuff. Oh, dude.
But I think, I
That's
mean,
like
like
the-
she's got her shorter hair. She's got her like her new robe on, like her new armor thing. Like she looks ready to go. Like she looks capable. You know, she's not just a damsel in distress. And I never got that feeling from Breath of
She'd
the
be a
Wild
mage.
Zelda.
She'd be a mage. She
You
would
know.
be a mage.
That would be cool.
For me personally, I'd rather just stick with Link. I like playing as one character. I've never been a fan of switching between characters. But if they did it, I wouldn't hate it because I trust Nintendo and I feel like they'll do a good job
Yeah.
if they do it. I just feel like trying to play with two different characters limits the experience because then you're forced to play these two different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I've never liked it. Like even in like Halo 2 when you play as Master Chief and then you play as the Arbiter, like
Yep.
even though you're still just playing first person shooter, it just felt different. And I'm like, I just want to be Master Chief. Like
yeah,
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
want
lie
to
to
be
you. I don't have the same kind of connection to anybody else like I do Zelda though. Zelda have a long standing. I wouldn't feel like it's, you know, I wouldn't be like I just want to play as Master Chief because I'd be playing as Zelda. You know, like, I don't know. For that would do something for me.
Yeah, I would want it to be implemented very well and that there would be a purpose for it. Like I don't want them to be just interchangeable. Like you either play as Zelda or you play as Link. But I would want them to really complement each other. Like if they were just always together and you could like, okay, I need to play Zelda because I need to use her skills to unlock this area, and I need to play as Link because he can climb anything and he can go over here. You know, just switch off between them.
Mm-hmm.
The co-op approach always scares me because I don't always have a readily available player too. And like what you're saying, I don't want to just play with like a ghost character.
I wouldn't put belief in co-op at all. I mean, because you're talking about a big open game, and the co-op would either have to be just sort of not really matter, or it would have to be built around co-op. And I don't think they're going to build it around co-op because everybody, the 12 million people who bought Breath of the Wild, are not going to go into this and be like, "Oh, I can't play without a friend." Or
I think you're right, and I'm not saying what I'm about to say to argue with you. The only thing I will point out is that they've often dabbled with Zelda in trying to make multiplayer games, and it's something I don't think they're going to give up on.
no, I don't. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't think they will with this game.
I agree. I think if it was co-op, to just address everybody's speculation, if it was co-op, I think it would be optional co-op. You could play alone, or you could play with somebody else. And if you play with somebody else, Zelda should probably, you know, she'd probably have like some sort of enhance effect, you know, like healing, like, you know, archery, things like that, on, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but I would be fine if Zelda was just like a companion, because like that's one of my favorite parts of Wind Waker was when you go through the dungeons and you have your little companions and they help you and they do stuff. But it'd be cool if she had like a smarter AI and kind of did things on her own. And
that's what I was thinking of. Like Elizabeth in BioShock is like the perfect example I can think of. But I was also thinking
That's what I was thinking when you were talking Xenoblade. It's just kind of having her around. She
yeah.
auto attacks and does stuff.
I was thinking-
Monolith Soft, when they did Xenoblade, you know, the coolest thing about being Rex was that Pyro was just there with you all the time.
Mhm.
So she was just there, and she would say things to you, or she would help you out. Like you
Good
could just
chance
have
for a
her
lot
there
of
healing you
exposition,
or
and this
something.
isn't uncommon. We
Mhm.
have Navi, we have Fee. Like this is not
Right.
unheard of to have
Yeah.
a companion.
And I was thinking if they go the co-op route, or not co-op, but companion route, something kind of like the new God of War, and
Mhm.
being able to have like tied controls to your companion and
Mhm.
who can help you do combo moves and attacks and stuff.
If we're getting the return of actual dungeons, that would be very exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be
And
a good element.
I hope they do. I hope they keep the open air, and it sounds like they will from what they've said in the past. So there will be a lot of exploration and just cool scenery, and like, oh, I want to go there, and I want to go there, and I want to go there. But I would like them to also include some of the stuff that they left out from past Zeldas. Like it'd be cool to have specific items, things
Mhm.
that kind of help you on your journey. Because I don't think it was cool being able to go anywhere, but it's also nice to have things that are kind of locked up, and you need something to get past it. And I think they could have a good balance where the overworld can be open air, go anywhere. You could go to any dungeon at any time, but then within the dungeon, maybe you need specific items to get through rooms and stuff.
Mhm.
Kind of like the shrines and how the walls weren't climbable and stuff like that.
Sure. Anything else from the panel?
Dude, I need it.
Guys,
That's all.
they freaking brought Breath of the Wild, man.
Was not expecting it.
I need it.
In our predictions, I talked about hoping for Breath of the Wild DLC. This is so much better.
Way better. It's a whole new freaking game.
You remember that screenshot when the King Zelda stuff? You remember they talked about Monolith Soft, and we saw that screenshot of this castle, and we're like, oh, they're gonna make a Xenoblade game, and then we find out when King Zelda does it, somebody's like, there's a Triforce on that screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
This could be super fun, guys.
I wonder if this is the Monolith Soft game. Like,
It
how
is.
do we know this isn't
It
the
is.
main
They said
Zelda
that
team?
No, this is the
Yeah.
Monolith Soft game.
Why?
Because everybody
That-
said it is. That's why
Everybody said it.
everybody
That-
said it is. This is the Monolith Soft game.
But that concept art does not look anything like.
You
Breath
realize
of the
though
Wild.
that Monolith Soft worked a lot on Breath of the Wild. Like you would honestly consider them the main Breath of the Wild team. They did all
Yeah.
the heavy lifting.
Well, but I wouldn't be
God bless
surprised if like half the team was helping, because
It's-
they don't need the entire team anymore because they already have all the assets and stuff. So it could be
Sure.
the main Zelda team. They want to make the direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. Aonuma wants control over this. He's got Monolith helping him, but then the other half, or 75% of Monolith, are creating their own game with the Zelda IP.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping for, because Aonuma is the best, and I want him to have control over this.
He has control over it. He owns Zelda, and they
No,
are
I
doing
understand.
his beck and call. He's telling them what to do, and that's what they're doing.
Mhm.
You know, he has that
But-
Miyamoto type thing. He's like, all of you work for me. Make my ideas come to life. That's what you do here.
Yeah, but I would like Monolith to create their own game, like their own game with their own style and own feel, and then let the original Zelda team make Breath of the Wild too. Because it'd be cool to get another Zelda game in a few years that's like totally different.
Zelda's known for that. They do weird, crazy things
Yeah.
with Zelda stuff.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not throwing
And I
that out the window.
And I think Monolith making a more realistic kind of game like that concept art showed would be really cool.
This could be like a trial.
Mhm.
This very well
Yeah.
could have been like, show us what
It's
you
like,
got.
here's your test.
I mean, Xenoblade was really big for them. Xenoblade 2 was huge for Monolith. Sold 2 million copies. It's big. Like they're being taken very serious. And the story that they told and the cutscenes that they told and how, like, I want all of that in Zelda. Like that, I'm really excited about this because it feels like this might have story again. Not,
Yeah,
you know, we've
it's
talked about
going
story,
to.
but this is a whole different level. So
Oh,
I'm excited.
I
All
love
right.
Zelda.
Let's talk about Amiibo. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get out of here.
They're all on pre-order from what I have. You know what's available. The Link's Awakening amiibo that we mentioned earlier. Ivysaur, Squirtle, and Snake are coming September 20th. I've got Simon, Crom, and Cinnamoroar coming in November, and Dark Samus and Richter in 2020. DLC characters to be determined when. They'll come. It's just a matter of when. Also, there's an eShop sale going on right now that I mentioned, up to 50% off.
Got to get that NBA
through
2K for $3.
June 18th.
I played it this afternoon for an hour. It looks amazing. It looks so much better than the last one I played. I think it was the launch one. This is a much better improvement over that one. It looks really good.
Yep, I pre-ordered the Link's Awakening Link. I only have 3 amiibo, and they're all Zelda.
I pre-ordered the links in the Pokemon amiibo for Jack.
Hmm. One more thing on Breath of the Wild 2. I'm so glad that Ganon's back. I want to see a humanoid Ganon, and his long hair was like very Demise like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's a
thought it
lot
was
of people that think it might be Demise. That's another rumor that's
well, they're one and the same, but his
Well-
long hair and everything, I can't wait because the Wind Waker rendition of Ganon is my favorite, and
Oh,
if
yeah.
they do this one right, it could top that.
It's gonna be good, guys. 2 Zelda games. Maybe we're just Zelda homers. There are a lot of
We
people.
are.
Kevin's on alone, and you know what? To defend Kevin a little bit, Kevin is a little upset, as explained in our Discord, that a lot of games didn't have dates. Obviously, the delay of Animal Crossing, a lot of ports. I think that's very fair criticism. He's not wrong in that.
Mhm.
We didn't get, I think a lot of things got dates, but like we don't have a date for Luigi, which is a game he really wanted. We got the date for Animal Crossing, wasn't the date he wanted. So like, I understand what
Oh,
he's
I
saying.
understand. I was frustrated too, and you could see it on my face. I was like, no,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But reality sets in, and I think, and it's just, okay, they're making it better. And they even said that, like, he immediately comes out and is like, we're sorry we're taking so long, but we want to just, polish up a little bit more. And Nintendo is never wrong when they do that kind of stuff.
We got to get the Pocket Camp API working. It's not working right. We need the microtransactions.
The only first party game that we didn't get a date for was Luigi's Mansion, but they reconfirmed 2019, so it's coming out within the next 6 months. Like,
Yep.
we're not going to have to wait more than maybe 2 or 3 months to get a date, and then another month or two to get the game. Like, so I don't think it's a big deal that it didn't get a date, because it's not like they were like, oh, 2020, no date.
Yeah.
I'm also staring at a list, and I don't know, not everybody cares about this, so I'm staring at a list of no less than 30 indie games that I want to play on my Switch that have been announced. Kentucky Route Zero, The Red Lantern, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sea of Solitude, like all this stuff, right? Like these things are eventually going to come. We're going to see them. We're going to play them. Moving out. I don't want to read them all. I keep looking at them. I'm going to keep reading them all. Crosscode. There's a lot of games coming, right? And they'll all pencil in here. We'll have another direct. We'll get more games that'll get penciled in here. I think it's okay, guys. Like I said, maybe my expectations are just wrong or out of whack. I'm open to hearing that argument.
I think as a direct as a whole, we got more dates than we didn't get dates. Like,
really diverse
Of
group of
course.
games too. Really
Yeah.
diverse group of games.
like out of however many games they showed, a majority of them got dates or at least windows
Yes.
or reconfirmed windows in years. Like, there wasn't just a bunch of unknowns. Like, even Animal Crossing got a date. Like, and I feel like they gave us a date because they're like, we're gonna have to delay this, so we're not just gonna say 2020 or early 2020. Like,
Hat in
But I
Time,
think they have a-
After Party, Dog's Leg Game. Just I keep
You're
looking
just
at them.
still going.
there's so many, there's a lot of games.
There's-
a lot of games.
I mean, how many people are making games right now? Like this E3, I feel like
know.
I've seen 1,000 games. Like there's a game everywhere for everybody on everything.
That's crazy.
Oh, there's so many games. So let's close the show with just kind of what we thought. I mean, I thought the show was really good. I liked, obviously, I like all of the Zelda stuff. And then that's probably why I'm really, really excited. But I'm also really excited for Pokemon. I thought Luigi looked great. I think Animal Crossing looks like it's going to shape up to be what we want it to be. I don't really have a whole lot of sticks and stones to throw. I thought that weird Netflix thing was terrible. I thought Panzer Dragoon was terrible. But, you know, didn't spend a whole lot of time on those, and they moved through. And, you know, I think I would have rather seen some of my favorite indie games in here. But, you know, they were announcements. They're new stuff. I'm sure there's somebody out there that went crazy for Contra like I did for No More Heroes, right? So like everything like that is, you know, there's something out there for everybody. So yeah, I don't have any really like a whole lot of bad things to say. I don't think it was my favorite direct ever. I'm not trying to say that either. I definitely think I've seen others that are better, but like a lot of things, you know, at this E3, I found a handful of games I wanted to buy. It's a win in my book. Do you ever guys subscribe to like the theory? I see this debated on Twitter quite a bit, that like all E3 is and all these shows these are just commercials for like companies to pitch
Oh,
you
yeah.
ideas.
Oh yeah.
It's like we shouldn't take them so seriously or like judge them. It's like they're just trying to. This no different than the ShamWow guy, you know, like trying to like this. That's what this is. It's one big giant infomercial to excite us and, you know, get our money. So
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, they got to advertise somehow.
so the question is like, are you going to buy anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I think several people are. I even think Kevin will buy things off that was shown in this direct. So
Yeah. This E3 presentation was my personal favorite. My presentation of E3. Out of this list of all the games that were shown, I'm buying at least 5. A couple of them we had already seen before, but this direct sold them because they either looked better or they showed more of it and just kind of confirmed my interest in them. So yeah, I think it was really great. And
Do you think that's why maybe a lot of people are down or are sharing some thoughts like that? It's just not a lot of surprise. Maybe they're judging the direct on surprise factor and not appeal factor.
maybe, and I think a lot of people, that's what they want. They want to go into E3 like, oh, I want these new games that I've never heard of before, new
Wow
IP
me.
that I've never heard before. But for me, like, I never went into this expecting a bunch of surprises because before E3, there was like 6 first party or second party games that Nintendo had slated for 2019.
Yeah.
So it's like, how many surprises could they possibly have? And so just to get more information and to see how good those games are looking just makes the rest of the year exciting, even though we already knew about those games. And then of course we got Breath of the Wild. So, but I would have loved the direct even without Breath of the Wild.
It's going to be super fun, like as these games start to clear out and we get out of this little, you know, I don't know, a cluster of games we've been following for about a year. There's gonna be another cluster right behind it we don't know about. It's gonna be
Yes,
super
I mean,
fun.
September direct or the next direct is probably going to have a couple surprises.
Yeah.
Whatever comes after that, Game Awards. I mean, there's so much. But like, so we've got Mario Maker 2 coming out at the end of this month.
A fixed version.
Yeah, we've got Fire Emblem coming out and Marvel Ultimate Alliance in July. September or August, we've got Astral Chain. September, we have Daemon X Machina, if that's something that you like. But we also have Link's Awakening. And then Pokemon in November. So just October and December are the only ones that are kind of like,
Well,
you know.
and we keep forgetting about it because we're not mentioning it, but Wolfenstein, Doom,
Yeah.
Minecraft, done. Like there are other things to slate in here.
Yeah,
that were
but I'm
announced.
just talking about just first party strictly. It's a
Sure.
pretty great lineup
Yeah.
for the rest of the year. I mean, and so October, Luigi's Mansion could slip in there, or maybe December, and maybe the September direct. They've got one more surprise that comes out in December. That's a smaller first party game,
Or a
spin-off
port.
game, a port. A
What did they do
collection,
last year,
something.
right? Mario Bros. U. They just
Yeah.
drop us a port. Hey, man, you like that Wind Waker?
Yeah,
December.
yeah. September comes around, and they say, okay, Luigi's Mansion is coming out next month in October, but we have a surprise for December, and it's Skyward Sword HD or Zelda Collection or something like.
Pikmin 1, 2, 3. Metroid
Yeah.
Prime Trilogy. There's a lot of options, guys.
Yeah, I see them filling the December slot if it's not Luigi's Mansion. But
think
I think
Luigi's
the
in
rest
October.
I think the rest of the year, even if you only buy first party, is pretty packed.
I think Luigi's in October, and I'm just going to keep holding that until I'm proven wrong. It just makes all this, it seems weird that it wouldn't be. And I like that idea. I like the idea of some sort of September direct that fills in, and maybe they do throw us a port or two or a Xenoblade X. Or there's a lot of stuff to pull from and get in there. Maybe a smaller game. I keep looking for those, like Pokemon Quest and Battle Troze and all these little things that they do, and Mario and Friends. Like, give me some of those. And the one thing I was definitely sure we were going to see today, we didn't hear about it at all. Virtual Console. No Nintendo Switch Online updates, no Super Nintendo, nothing.
No.
I was almost sure that was going to happen. So
I told you it's going to be in the September direct because everybody's year subscription is going to be over.
And that
they
made
wanna
a
get
lot of
people to
sense.
Resubscribe.
that made a lot of sense, and maybe everybody gets super excited again. They drop GameCube games. Like, there's so many ways.
Yeah, and luckily with the Switch, they have a lot of third party support that Nintendo doesn't need first party games all the time. But thankfully this year, at least the second half of it, we've got a lot of them.
Caroline?
Out of my top 5 favorite Nintendo franchises, 4 of them were shown this direct, so that's
you're
enough for
sold.
me.
She's like,
I had
done.
we didn't have a Xenoblade, but I had a Animal Crossing. I had a Fire Emblem. I had a Pokemon. I had 2 Zeldas.
I'm still super excited about this Pokemon game. I'm going to keep
I'm
saying
fine.
it. People need to be more excited. Please
I'm
be excited.
fine.
Pokemon game looks
Yeah.
amazing.
And if like
Like, this is going to be one of the best years coming up for me in terms of games. I still
Dude,
think
Dragon Quest 11 is in September.
I know, and I think I'm gonna get that game too.
I'm getting. Yeah, I'm in. I keep telling you,
I just,
Kyle said it's amazing, and he has great taste in games.
I know, of course I do. I know. I just.
Callo said it's amazing too. Didn't he say it was game of the year last year on PlayStation 4? He said it was his game of the year. He loved it.
I think, in terms of comparing it to other E3s, there's just a place in my heart for the 2016 E3 we had, where we got the Zelda reveal for Breath of the Wild, and we had nothing but Treehouse stuff that first day of, tapping in the Wolf Link amiibo and seeing what he does with it. Oh my god, it was the absolute best E3 I can remember. This one comes close. I feel more satisfied with this one, just based on, like I said, out of my top 5 franchises, I've got 4 plus an extra if you count 2 Zeldas. I can't complain.
You count No More Heroes 3. You're going to play that with me, right?
I need to play the originals.
My excitement got you. Now
I need to play the original ones.
Today's reveal made me want to play No More Heroes 2. I might boot that up tomorrow. It looks super fun. All right, guys, it's been a long show. Let's get out of here. Yep. This is closing our E3. I'm sure we'll still get some news throughout the rest of the week. They're still streaming hands-on impressions and all that, but this is it for Shaq for E3. This is it for PSVG for E3.
For me for 2 weeks.
We streamed every show. We did podcast recap for every show. Guys, we've been killing it for like 4 days. It's been super fun. And I think we'll do PSVG Prime this week, and it'll be another E3 in the books. I feel like I count my years by E3s now.
Right.
Like when you're a kid and you think about your summer vacations, like it's just my E3s now. Those are how I remember the years go by. How old am I? What happened at E3 a couple years ago?
It's better than Christmas for me. It really is.
I'm gonna need to find some fill-in
Christmas
support.
Very well.
You're going on vacation. I need to.
I'm gonna be at the beach next week.
I need to find a Jared and a Jason Lacey and a Kevin. I need to find some folks. So good stuff. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for sticking with us this long. Be excited. Please be excited. Zelda,
please,
Pokemon, Animal Crossing, all the fun. Buy Astral Chain, not Witcher. That's it. See you guys.